Backline Comedy Open Mic. Where are you all from?
Chicago.
Phoenix.
Perth.
In Omaha, Nebraska. Hell yeah. Woo! That was our intro. We used to have music, but you know, times are tight. So we make do. That was good. Though you got to see a little bit about what's to come. A lot of awesome people. Oh my God, I'm gonna put it back on gallery and look at all these people. Oh, this is so cool. Like Trish, I met the first day I ever took improv at the Backline.
Backline.
A lot of you I met during quarantine, and like, thank goodness. Like my world was kind of a little bit empty, and I didn't know how empty until y'all started filling me up. Not like that, but like with your joy and your silly and your goofy. And the cool thing, like if you didn't notice when I had everybody's faces and they all shouted out where they're from, like everyone's from somewhere else. Like no one's from the exact same place. They're all different. Like you'll see like nobody's the same, and no joke's the same, no delivery's the same. They're just unique snowflakes. It's really cool. I love doing this. It's been a really cool thing. So you can make lemonade anytime you're given lemons. Sometimes it's not easy, but I'm excited to meet them all in real life too. Like I started thinking about it, and I hate my imagination sometimes because I'll get carried away and I'll be so excited and then the future won't happen how I think it will. But I mean, at least hugging y'all in real life will happen. So jokes, ha, jokes. I'm doing a cleanse. Yeah, woo, cleanse together. Might as well plug it. I like this guy, the medical medium, because without him, I wouldn't have used the nut bag for my celery juice. Like that's half my career of comedy is that nut bag and juicing it live. It says my connection is unstable. Did I freeze?
No, you didn't freeze.
Okay, it's just, you're showing everyone. I left a nut bag over at Trisha's house, so she has proof I do use a nut bag. I also juice cucumbers a lot because of him. I'm doing a special cleanse. It's so cleverly named. Like it's so clever. It's the 369 cleanse. Nice. It's like anything can be a 69 if your head is in the right place. So like I can do this. Like I can do this. I'm excited. I get to eat raw and just eat and eat. Not a lot. I mean, I have salad. I have applesauce. It's a fancy ass salad that took a lot of steps. With lemon juice on top. Nothing else. But like it just, you feel alive. You feel good. A lot of juice. I encourage you all to increase your juice intake. Yeah. In whichever form you like it best, you know, even if it gets you in trouble for inappropriate headshots, you know, like having to crop all the legs out of the pictures, like, whoops, you know, like try to get headshots, but then he shot first. So cool. That's my time.
Woo.
Yeah, Backline's on fire tonight. We've got comedians from all over the world. My sweet Ira is not here, so hopefully everyone's here. I see them. I see a few of them. I can do this. You know, I can do anything, and so can you. On deck is Haley Hackett. She's fabulous. You're in for a treat. But first, from Santa Clara, please put your hands together for the very funny Newman Shaikh.
Guys, so you know, last week Prince Philip died at like 99, and you know that really sucks because like he didn't reach 100, but like you also can't say like he died too soon, you know. Yeah, that's why I hope like when I die like either after 100 when it's like an accomplishment, or like before like 25 where it's like still a tragedy, you know. I don't know. I'm a big fan of like boundaries. Maybe it's because like I'm emotionally stunted, but I think they're like healthy things to have. I'm saying this because like one of my friends, he asked me to like accompany him to like a prostate exam. Yeah, and that was like really weird because like I was like only friends with the guy for like 2 months, and also I was the only person he asked, so that felt weird. Yeah, because like that means there's like something about me that made him comfortable enough to like get fingered around me, even though he only knew me for like 60 days, and I really want to figure out what that is, you know? I obviously like refused, like I don't want to go with him, but like I told him like not to feel bad because like if I was married and my wife asked me to accompany her to a prostate exam, I would still say no, you know, like I would put that in my wedding vows, like just to make it better, you know? Yeah, but I don't know. I'm thinking about getting married. I'm still 20, but I'm just thinking about getting married just because like it's so hard finding roommates, you know? Like it's like a real thing. Like I'm honestly thinking like our vows would just be like the terms of our lease, you know, like in sickness and in health, you will still pay your share of the rent on like the 15th of every month, you know, because that's what a good relationship is all about, right? I've been on Instagram a lot lately, and I've been getting a lot of like messages from like bots and stuff. And I think I've been spending too much time on Instagram because like now I'm like ranking like what type of like what my favorite type of bots are. And like I'll be honest, I think I like the porn bots like a lot better than like the get rich fast bots. Because like I'd rather assume people think I'm like desperate and horny rather than like stupid and broke. And I guess I'll end it on that because that's all I have for today.
Okay, on desperate and horny, everybody. I mean, he nailed it with relatable on that one. Wait,
Yeah.
no. Very, very picky. Very not sticky. Stay on track. Cool. On deck is Jarrell, but also might be Christine. Cool. Just looking around. But first, from in Los Angeles right now, not originally, but an original in her own right. Please put your hands together right now for Haley Hackett.
Thanks. So I feel the need to talk about butt stuff now that Newmont just broke the cherry of going to the prostate doctor. I may have talked about this before, but I had to get surgery recently because like all my relationships, my IUD had no strings attached. It was a situation. Like I had to pay $800 in insurance, and I got mad about it at first, but then I realized I shouldn't have to pay for this. Like the vagina fund should have to pay for this, but I should not. Like I did not ask to have to maintenance this. Like a vagina and an IUD are like a car. You know what I mean? You don't get a warranty on it, but you have to bring it in like every 5 years or 10,000 fucks, like whatever comes first. But I realized like I should just Venmo request everyone who has benefited from raw dogging me. Like that's what I should do. And I was gonna charge by the hour, but then I was like, okay, let's charge by the minute. That's more accurate. But y'all, they always are like, your surgery will go great. There's no complications. I had a complication. And I don't want to go into it, but I had to go to the butt doctor. Guys. And I walked in. I was the only person younger than 60. Like I was the only person that still knew what their knees felt like. Like that's where I was. And I was not ready for it, guys. I was not ready for it. I was so nervous. The doctor came in and I was like, I do not want to be here. Okay. And he was like, okay, could you just, take off your panties? So the regular old slut I was, that was the easy step. Okay. And he was like, keep them around your ankles. What? That's weirder. Then you get a full shot of my discharge. That seems more important. I want to take off my panties and hide them like I do for every hookup. This is ridiculous. And it's just, guys, I was so upset that they were giving me instructions and I was like, I am not listening to you. I'm too upset right now. And like, I was too present. You know what I mean? Like I've been meditating too much. So when he put in the butthole, I felt everything. I felt everything. And I was like, I don't even let my boyfriend do this. Like, why am I letting a medical professional there's really no more to the story. That wasn't even going to be my set. So I'm just going to wrap it up now. I'm fine, guys. I got to put butt cream on. This is a real thing. I'm getting too vulnerable. But here's a twist. My boyfriend's like, how about I watch? I'm like, I do not want your introduction to butt stuff to be my butt cream. Are you kidding me? We've not been together long enough for this.
Put your hands together for Haley, everybody. Yes, it's very important, like what goes into your mouth, right? So that lots and lots of good stuff can come out of your butt. Yeah.
This was a
And like, it's nice to have a place to let loose, you know? Not my butt doctor, but my colon water therapist. Yeah. She's 69 now. So like all year, like every day, like 69. Okay. Haley, so glad to see you. Hell yeah. She has an open mic on Monday. She has a showcase coming up. See if it was on here. I don't think it was, but another time, another place, check it out in the podcast too. Follow her on her socials. On deck is Trevor Gertensen, our next comedian. Yeah, let me check. I don't see Jarrell still. Oh, Jarrell is here. Never mind. Christine, you were on deck. Our next comedian, he says he's been here 70 times. He's from the Himalayas, and you can look him up as Darrell Hearns, the author. Please put your hands together for Darrell Hearns.
Yeah.
Hey, how's it going, everybody? Good to hear from y'all. Had to rush out of the spa to do the set, so I was getting a good ass massage. I said, oh man, I'm supposed to be where, Brooke? But it's good, man. Have people that look up for you, man. Like, clap it up if y'all love your family, man.
Woo.
Family, everything. Heck yeah. I believe wholeheartedly family's everything, man. Especially if you have an aunt that blames farts on you all the time.
What?
But I understand it because I do have a fart face. Like I look like I fart a lot. Look, I just let one off now. Like, just saying, my aunt would be in like another room, just setting it off. I'll be like, man, aunt, you killing that trumpet in there. She's like, yeah, but that's your ass. Man, what are you doing? Yeah, man, I used to get my heart broken. I'm like, I didn't fart. I didn't feel anything. But yeah, I was how crazy it was, man. But can I tell you about the time I got shot? Can I tell you how that Yeah, man. Yeah, it's crazy, man. Like I was in the military for 8 years. 8 long years of my life. Went to every war zone. And I got shot singing karaoke. Don't know what song I was singing? Pony by Genuine.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, it was. I was singing it. I was getting into it. Almost like I'm assuming that was Brooke singing. I'm assuming, but yeah, I was getting into it, man. Then I heard a pop in the back. I was like, man, they popping bottles for me. They must think I'm Genuine. So I walked outside and I saw a bunch of blood going down my leg. I was like, man, she wasn't grinding that hard, was she? Man, you left your egg on my leg, man. Could you come back? And that's what we call leftovers. All right, so. But I lifted up my pants leg and I saw a hole in my leg that looked like the Looney Tunes logo.
Oh, time.
Real stuff. I thought, huh?
You're out of time.
Oh, thank God for your time, man. You can find the rest of that joke on YouTube. My.
Yeah, keep it going for Darrell. If you're horny, let's do it. Riding my pony, my saddle's red. I don't know
Getting it
the words. Riding, jump on it, and then you just see Channing Tatum like, ah! I asked my cousin for all the Magic Mike DVDs for Christmas, and I got them. Hell yeah! In the chat, I want to know what everybody's karaoke song is. Here in the Zoom and also on the live stream, I want to know what is your go-to karaoke. I like Eminem, Lose Yourself, and the Humpty Dance. And people say I've never ever seen it done like that before. Let's see what we got. We've got Kelly Kenlon, Believe by Cher. Hell yeah. Kelly Zemnikis, No Scrubs. Alexis, Faith by George Michael. KJ says not to sing anymore. Okay. And Natalie's a Barbie girl in a Barbie world. Sorry, I'll stop. Anywho, don't be too happy. It'll scare the people. Okay. Trevor, you are on deck. Our next comedian, she wants me to say, hey, let's have less misogyny in comedy. Thank you. Oh, and by the way, the ladies are standing up for themselves now, so watch out. I did mean to shout on that one. All right, everyone, please put your hands together right now for the fabulous, the funny, the talented, the entrepreneur lady, Christine Olivas.
Hi. So first, really quickly, I'm going to take 10 seconds to say thank you, Brooke, for introducing me to Dana. We're going to meet in person in Phoenix in 3 weeks, so that's really exciting. Woo! That's awesome. Thank you for making that connection. But it has been probably 2 months since I've been at a mic. Some things have changed since then. The first thing that's changed, I stopped shaving my pits. I don't know if you can see that. Because I want my underarms to match my asshole. What else has happened in the last 2 months? I had a miscarriage.
Oh, shit.
Don't feel too bad for me though, Alexis. I am resilient, okay? It is not the first time that someone has been inside of me and not wanted to spend the rest of their life with me. Just saying, there have been so many. It's just one in a trail, you know. I'm hoping though that it will be the last. I have an awesome boyfriend who loves going down on me, even tries to mix it up a little bit. And the other night, literally right as I was about to come, Marla came over and licked my feet. And I'm crying like as I'm coming, and I'm like, I am so lucky to have a boyfriend who will train his dog to do exactly what I want in bed. We'll work on the nipples next. But yeah, the miscarriage was legit was a terrible experience. I posted on social media a lot about it. I'm done crying about it. I want to laugh about it, but I did absolutely love being pregnant for that short time. It was my first time being pregnant. I was hungry all the time. I was sleepy all the time, and I was so horny all the time. And I started having orgasms in my sleep. And I woke up one morning and I told my boyfriend, I was like, oh my God, I had an orgasm in my sleep. And he's like, what are you thinking about? And I'm like, do you really want to know? He's like, yeah, I trust you. And I'm like, okay, I was gyrating my crotch in a bowl of yogurt. I was not dreaming of dick, okay? I was doing it with dairy. And you know how I love my partner, besides the fact that he will do what I want in bed, he literally looks me dead in the eye and he says, what kind of yogurt? But yes, one last thing and then I'll get out of here. I am a minister's daughter, as a few of you know. Whenever I say that, I always get these annoying reactions, mostly from men. They're like, oh, a minister's daughter, huh? I bet you had a lot of anal sex instead of real sex. So you could pretend you were a virgin. That's absolutely not true. I just licked a lot of pussies instead so I could pretend I was a virgin. It's God's lesbian loophole. Look, I swear it says it in the Bible. One who licks clit instead of taking a dick will still go to heaven to meet their maker. That's right. Thank you. Glad to be back.
Woo.
Whoa, put your hands together for Christine. I was hoping that for the flavor of yogurt, like obviously fruit on the bottom, but maybe some like yo play, like yo play. Like, you want to yo play with us? Anywho, I should stop, right? I should stop. Trust is on deck. The editor that spells wrong sometimes. But first, from Chicago, been here at least 69 times. Please put your hands together for the hilarious Trevor Gertensen.
All right. I realize that there's a lot of casualties of jobs. Like no matter kind of what you do, like as a comedian, if someone finds out, the person they always ask you is, "Oh, you're a comedian, you should tell me a joke." You know, someone finds out you're an accountant, they're like, "Oh, you should check out my taxes." I think the only job that's out there that no one asks about is if you're a poet. And that's a conversation ender. No one wants to hear your poem, Pablo Neruda. They just want to walk away. That's all right, everyone. I like watching documentaries, but now it's like I don't get to watch them as much as I put them on when I'm doing things in the background, because it's basically they're like 90-minute TED Talks, you know? You just look up every now and again and go, oh, well, that's no good. Because there's no fun documentary worth watching, you know? The documentary is like, you know what? Everything's fine. The end. It's always some kind of thing about the environment or serial killers, which that's hard to get through. My girlfriend had to do CPR training for work recently, and because it's COVID, they send you the box of like all the dummies and stuff that you're going to need. And when she opened the box, they didn't look like the CPR dolls I remember from like going to classes. They looked like there was a fire in a facility that only produces fuck dolls. And they scammed someone on eBay and tried to pass them off as CPR dummies. These were all frightening. And then the worst part about it is that because again, like you don't Zoom with someone to do it, you have to film it and then email it to someone. And I could just imagine that email is really just going to some sociopath who lives in his mother's basement, is just collecting videos. It's great. I found out that there's a song by Ice Cube on his first album called "Get Off My Dick and Tell Your Bitch to Come Here," which I think is a lost opportunity, because that easily could have been 2 songs, right? One song is just "Get Off My Dick," which I think there's plenty of material he had there, and the second one is "And Tell Your Bitch to Come Here." Right? It could have been a double header. Oh, that's cute. All right, I only got 30 seconds, so that's it for me. Thank you.
Woo.
Trevor Gertensen, get over here. Good seeing you. Glad you're here. Chicago's not too far away. I'll be there someday soon.
I'll probably be in Nebraska at some point. So.
Hell yeah. Yeah, I'll hit me up. I have shows you can be on.
Awesome.
On stages with people. Yeah.
Yeah, let me know if you're here, of course. I can hook you up.
Cool. All right, on deck now is Stephen Douglas. But first, she's been here at least 69 times. She has a show on Friday. Is it hot in here? You can check the link in the chat and in the Zoom or wherever you are, and you can click on it and you can buy a ticket and you can laugh really, really hard at some talented people that Trust has found in her own searches far and wide. And she's fantastic, everybody. Please put your hands together for Trust Sullivan.
It's me, Trust. I don't know how to spell my own name, so I keep trying different ways. Haley, I want to say that when the first time I had a doctor do that to me, I said the exact same thing. I don't even let my boyfriend do that. What are you doing? And Terrell, not to belittle you getting shot, but I'm really surprised that more people don't get shot doing karaoke. Just I don't understand how it doesn't happen more. So I recently, over the weekend, I attained a goal. I have meditated 100 consecutive days.
Woo!
And I'm not really bragging about that. I'm just sort of in a state of wonder because I'm so mad half the time. I want to punch a wall. And then I think, what the hell would I be like if I wasn't meditating? I would have bruised knuckles, or broken hands. I don't know. Anyhow, I thought that was funny. But apparently it wasn't. And who the fuck cares? So I go to in real time, in real life, I go to a lot of open mics. I used to go to a lot of open mics when I lived in Omaha for a couple of years. And, open mics in real life are filled with guys in their 20s talking about their dicks and Pornhub. And it just gets so boring and frustrating. And you just want to yell at them. Nobody cares about your dick. Unless it says the Pledge of Allegiance or yodels or blows little tiny smoke rings, nobody cares. And by the way, if it's blowing little tiny smoke rings, you want to get that checked. It's not supposed to do that. That's not how those work. But those guys, they have a lot of unearned confidence. And I was talking to your mom, and she and I agreed that we would have a lot more confidence if we could masturbate on the bus too. Yeah, boys, your mom masturbates. You know that, right? You know that handheld shower she has? That handheld. What do you think that's for? Cleaning the walls of the shower? No. And that massager she has on her nightstand. Does she do a lot of heavy lifting a lot of weights? You got a sore back. Oh, I can just see her, right? Oh yeah. Oh, my back doesn't hurt anymore. Yeah, that's not. So the next time, gentlemen, you come up from the basement after playing video games for 8 hours or 18 hours, or you come over to have your mom do your laundry, I want you to look around her house and remember your mother's a very creative woman. I'm Trust Sullivan. Have a great night.
Hey, Trish. Gosh, good try fooling us. We knew it was you all along. Check out Hot in Here on Instagram too. It'll be a really good show. Oh, Kelly's on it. We'll see her soon. I also wanted to say this isn't like an average open mic if you haven't noticed. Like everyone's like a legit headliner in this room. So it's nice hanging out with y'all. Thank you. I appreciate it. On deck is KJ Whitehead. Woo, 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 woo. But first, from Bangor, Maine, he's been here before. He has a new open mic. It's called Fed Up, Saturday at 8 p.m. with AJ Capuccio. You can roast things that you're fed up with, like misogyny, right? And guys who think that they could say, I want females to DM me. Anywho, please put your hands together right now for Stephen Douglas.
Thanks, everybody. How's everybody doing tonight? So I was wondering if y'all could just do me a favor and yell out the word grapes.
Grapes.
All right. Hey, what a great bunch. Okay, it was a long way for a little laugh. Let's see. So, let's see. Sorry, I just lost my place and what I was gonna do. Okay, so ladies, I know you guys always say, guys, I want you to be truthful, don't lie, but please don't say that if you do not mean it. See, I love my wife very much, and I'm always honest with her. I've been that way from day one. And one day she asked me, she goes, do my feet look big? Now, my thought was, no, sweetheart, your feet are small, like a geisha girl. They would be jealous of you. But what came out of my mouth was, yeah, but they ever do, Fred Flintstone. That got me in a little bit of trouble. Another time she asked me, she says, does this dress that I'm wearing make me look fat? In my head, I wanted to say, no, you're slim fit just the way I like it. But what came out was, no, the fat around your waist makes you look fat. The dress is just a weak attempt to hide it. That's another week that got me laying on the couch. So sometimes I get my thoughts mixed up, you know. My wife, she went on a diet, you know, and after 3 days, she's yelling at me. She's like, I can't do this diet anymore. I'm turning into skin and bones. I need something better to eat that'll stick to my ribs. I said, well, you're eating so much now, it's sticking to the outside of your ribs. It's causing you a muffin top. That's another week on the couch. My wife and I, you know, we have subtle ways of getting on each other's nerves. You know, when we're upset about certain things, we kind of have these fun little get backs that we do at each other. So like my big pet peeve with her is when she makes a peanut butter and fluff sandwiches, she'll get peanut butter in the fluff, and I hate that. I want them separate at all times, right? So what I like to do to get back at her is at nighttime, I'll take the light bulb out of the bathroom and I'll put the seat up. So when she goes in and sits down, I hear the splash and the scream. That's always fun. You know, I like doing that. And she'll get back at me by putting Nair in my body wash. I mean, baby smooth skin, but it's good until it starts growing in. Then it feels like I ran through a poison ivy field. And, you know, that just gets the itching real bad. So I don't like that. But I'll get back at her because she has this, what do you call it? Vegetable shampoo, and it's green. So I put green dye in it. Well, She-Hulk gets real mad when I do that. So that's my time. I'm going to say thank you, and I'll see you next time.
All right, Stephen Douglas, everyone. First person to significantly go over time all night. No, not all night, but just now. Which is a good reminder because I haven't talked about it yet. Pretty much everybody that's gone so far has been here quite a bit of time, so I didn't really need to. But Natalie has a timer in her window. You can see the time the whole time. We do 3-minute sets. Okay, 3 minutes, not really 3 minutes and 15 seconds, but just 3 minutes. And then if you stay till the very, very end, we do a lightning round and you get 1 more minute each. It's really, really fun. If more than 8 people, I think, go over time, then we don't do a lightning round. It just evens it all out. Because we get a lot of comics and this is a really, really fun time. Steven, I love those jokes. I didn't mean for you going over to take away from how funny you were. So one more round of applause for Stephen Douglas.
Thank you.
Woo!
Woo! Woo! All right, Michael James is on deck. Our next comedian, she's been coming here almost every single week since we started. Has a company called Burn Everything Tees. So you can buy as many t-shirts as you want, actually. They don't limit you. And if you're like, I'd rather have, they have options. So you could get like a mug or I don't know, everything else. Maybe that's it. But they're badass. They're really cool shirts and a really powerful message. So please put your hands together right now from Chicago. The wonderful, the funny, the fabulous KJ Whitehead.
All right, hello everyone. It's great to see you all, and I have a whole new setup and stuff. I have a microphone, my camera works, everything. This has been going well. I'm happy to say that we are so much closer to Pride Month. April is almost over. We're getting to the point where I can walk down the street and white women be like, "Yas, queen," and then they have to give me $1 because that's how that shit works. Every time that you pay me, that's how it works. And you know what? I don't want to sound like going over the top with it, like as to what Pride actually owes Black trans people, but I do need to say that, like, if you just sometimes you just need to let queer and Black trans people be, appreciate them from afar. The people of India don't bother the cows. They worship from afar. Let me eat grass and block traffic. That's what I want out of life. I will ask you all, as of recent news, did y'all hear that I'm a cult leader now?
Yeah, I saw that.
Okay, so all right, so for those who don't know, and I'm gonna try to keep this condensed because I have a minute and a half left, but I've been out in my neighborhood with demonstrations against systemic racism, transphobia, homophobia, misogyny, and among other things. I've been doing that for the last 10 plus months, and someone sent a threatening letter to the alderman saying, deal with this cult or we will. So yeah, clearly someone has it in for me. So people heard about that, and then the very next day, 50 people showed up with signs in support of me.
Woo!
Awesome.
So that was
Hell
something
yes.
else. They were coming up to me like, KJ, what do you need? Oh, do you need me to do this? Do you need a snack? Do you need water? What do you need? What are you going to do next, KJ? What are you going to do next? Masturbate! Because I haven't had time to do that. Everyone just keeps bothering me. First ABC and now NBC is about to interview me pretty soon for that. But beside the point, I will say I'm glad that my neighbors come out and support. It's a change of pace from the neighbors who just drive by and then they honk their horns trying to show that they support me. These are what are called honkies. So that's where the term came from. Just passive white people who want to do the bare minimum. How many allies does it take to screw in the light bulb? It doesn't matter. They're only doing it to be seen.
God damn it.
I'm KJ Whitehead. Have a good night. Thank you all so much.
Woo! They're just doing it to be seen. That shit is so
That was
funny.
a really cool story. Like, it stinks that there is all the racism. It's amazing and awesome that day to day, like, you put yourself at risk standing up for it. I mean, to have one person complain, that's not that bad.
Oh, that wasn't the only person. That was just the first one to make a threat like that.
Oh, well, keep doing it. Why not? Like, we can't like expect everything to just keep staying the same. It's not okay. Okay, it's not. So the world's just gonna have to adapt a little bit to you and everyone else. That there's a whole bunch of beautiful people in the world. We all, anywho. Dana, you are on deck. Woo! Our next comedian, he lives in a place that's better than the Carolinas. Didn't give me tons and tons and tons of stuff to say, but says I can if I want to. So let's see. We usually get a cute baby. Oh, there's a cute baby. He tried to swap sets with Kim Nash and thought that Kim was a girl. Kim is not a girl. That bothered Kim a lot. Kim had to take a comedy break after it, but it's okay. He's back. Everything's fine. This person also does a lot of characters, and people are like, what is he doing? And they'll actually kick him out of the Zoom. They'll ban him. They'll be like, you're out. You are out. So everyone, please put your hands together right now for the infamous Michael James.
Thank you, Brooke. That means a lot as always. I was actually down in Florida, and I got to meet. I've only met 2 people in person live that I've met on Zoom, and one day I'll meet Brooke hopefully. But I met my friend Richard Carries, and I was like, dude, like, I don't even bother doing the Zooms anymore. Like, and he's like, yeah, I know it sucks, you know, for this and that. And I go like, but you know, I'll tell you what. Brooke Barcel has a great. He's like, oh yeah, I love Brooke. I'm doing it one of her mics next week. So
yeah, he's on Contagious next week.
Yeah, I'm not surprised that people that I love you and appreciate what you're doing. So thank you. I was down in Florida and I decided to research Fort Lauderdale before I went down there. And I learned pretty quickly never to research anywhere. Like, don't dig too deep if Native Americans have ever lived there. Like you don't need the Wikipedia on how many Seminole tribesmen were slaughtered on the grounds where the new Whole Foods is opening. But I had a good time in Florida. It was nice. I got poison ivy, so now I've got to deal with calamine lotion. I've smeared calamine lotion on my camera, as you can tell. But I feel like in 2021, technology should be the point where calamine lotion shouldn't have the defining characteristics of calamine lotion. Like if we can, 10 years from now, we'll be having aliens live streaming sex shows from Mars. We'll be getting rid of poison ivy with pink liquid mud that we rub on our bodies. Guys, I've spent a lot of time thinking about this, and honestly, think about it though. Calamine lotion, and how much have we changed? How much have we grown in 50, 60 years of calamine lotion? 50, 60 years of space. We went from sending up monkeys to fucking colonizing Mars, and we still pink sludge. Guys, come on. I'm not giving the 30 seconds back to the room, Brooke. I'm on calamine lotion. I'm doing it. This is why I get kicked out of rooms. It's real talk, guys. You want controversy? You want the hot topics? Calamine lotion. There, I fucking said it. Up the calamine lotion game. Pink mud. All right. Brooke, thank you for being so supportive and kind and for doing this mic for all of us.
Woo! 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 Hell yeah! Everyone put your hands together for Michael James. Sorry that you were itchy, but at least it's calming the itch a little bit. I've had lots and lots and lots of hives, so I can relate to putting weird stuff on my skin. But I also don't like modern medicine a lot, and I'd rather drink celery juice. I think that maybe there's something to the pink sludge, there's something that, like, maybe just the dirt outside, we go put our feet in the dirt for a while. Anyhow, weird. That's actually science. There's a lot of science behind that. Fuck yeah, I'm glad you're here too. You're rad, and I'm excited. The baby even looks a little bit bigger, of course. Yeah, cute. The whole screen is just seeing me, and anyhow. All right, on deck is Al Ganecker. Ganecker. I'm close. I'm gonna get there someday. I'll say it right. But first, from Phoenix, Arizona, started a show, The Wiz Attack. Follow her on Dana Wisson on the Instagram because it'll change your world. She's fantastic and really funny. Puts in a lot of work, and yeah, you could even like get her to make like a logo for you for a small fee, but it'll be rad AF. Please, everyone, put your hands together for Dana Wisson.
Thank you. Thanks, Brooke. Thanks, everyone. I have scoliosis, which is really weird because I lean very far to the right, but not in a way that divides a country. Here's an impression of me when that stimulus check hit my account. Yo, Limp Bizkit, want to play at my birthday party? Thank you. Some things I learned during my short time in college. Always be aware of your surroundings. There are a lot of creepy people out there. Be safe. Never go to bed with a strange man unless he has sexy eyes and his parents pay for his apartment. And then also never under any circumstances go to a frat party because they will kick you out if you wear a homemade shirt that says Clay Aiken should have won. Don't ask me how I know this. Don't ask me how I know. I too have a baby. I'm nursing. This is my baby. One of my babies. I have a few babies. His name is Dino Ferrari. He's named after a race car driver who died doing what he loved. Yeah, this guy loves skipping school and doing drugs in his spare time. It's great. Okay. All right. No more animal props. Never doing that again. All right, let's see. 137. Okay. Do you ever use all your bad coping skills at once? I like to put them all in a bowl and then put and then chug it all. Where am I going with this? Like energy drinks. All right. Oh wait, I told myself in my notes, do a rant. Okay, here are all my coping skills that I like to use on a daily basis. Sometimes I'll drink a gigantic energy drink followed by 5 shots of espresso, and then I'll eat about 500 grams of carbs, and then I'll go to a few tabs of acid and drive 500 miles there and back. All right, I don't know. That bit's going somewhere. I won't tell you if it's based on truth or not. You tell me. Okay. I always have to, being in comedian groups filled with comedians, I have to physically stop myself from typing out, shut your gosh darn face, you fart face. I think someone said fart face earlier, and shit, I just realized that. I even wrote in my notes, don't use the term fart face because someone already used it. But that's the thing. It was a genuine thought that I had. Okay. And then also, here's an impression of my dad when he hears me singing in the house. Whoa, it sounds like something's dying. Okay, thank you very much. My name is Jane.
Hell yeah, always a treat. Likes burritos to eat. Fan of Hanson and Limp Bizkit and Radness. I noticed there were some people in the Zoom that was the first time they got to see you. That was really fun. You're awesome. Hell yeah, hell yeah. Let's see. Yeah, Kurt had to leave. I forgot. I did okay. I did okay this week. I didn't do everything perfect. What? Yeah. Okay. Carly Olson, you were on deck. Our next comedian's been here before. He's from Portland, Maine. Yeah. ME is Maine, right?
Right.
Probably, yeah. He's at the Broadway Comedy Club in New York City this Saturday. Hell yeah. Everyone, please put your hands together right now for Al Gnecker.
Thank you. Thank you very much. What's up, everybody? I'm doing pretty well. I was lucky that COVID did not affect my job because I'm a voiceover artist and I'm a stand-up comic. So after the pandemic, I continued to not make any money, just like I was before the pandemic. A lot of people don't, realize this is a business, and when you have your own business, you have to find your own private healthcare plan. And so I got the cheapest one that I could afford. It's called Be Careful.
Yep.
Great price. Yeah, I studied computer science in college, and I don't know, I didn't understand what the hell was going on in the curriculum. And after my first semester, my dad was like, Al, I'm not happy with your grades so far, because in an Indian family, a B- is the same as getting caught drunk driving. So yeah, the Chinese do not have a monopoly on that. Indian parents are just crazy about education. But my dad tried to help me out, and he gave me some advice. He was like, well, I mean, you're having difficulty with computer science. Why don't you try electrical engineering? I was like, Dad, that's like if I was 6 years old and you told me, Al, you are having difficulty riding a bicycle. Do you want to try flying helicopters? But I am designing a new app. It's basically Tinder, but it's for people that live in the middle of nowhere. It's called Bumblefuck. Now, one app that I really love a lot is Google Maps, because I live in Portland, Maine, and it's a beautiful city, but some areas are kind of sketchy. And I did a street view of this one kind of drug neighborhood, and the area was so dangerous when I took my Google Maps guy and I dropped him on the map, he got shot. That's how bad it was. Instantaneously, he went from the yellow Google Maps guy to a white chalk line. It's a new feature that Google has. It's called Don't Come Here. I'm watching this documentary on Netflix. It's about what would happen if poor people in other countries weren't manufacturing shit for Americans anymore. You might have heard about it. It's called The Walking Dead.
Oh shit.
It's that's not really the zombies are the least of their worries, right? In that show, the zombies just one shot to the head. They're just like, oh crap, we got a couple walkers, pow pow. But the real concern is they're like, oh my god, people are coming to steal our stuff. I don't know how to make pants. Get the guns, and that's how any sort of end of the world movies have to take place in first world countries. It would never work if you were like The Walking Dead, Hotel Rwanda. Nobody would know anything happened. They'd be like, there was an apocalypse. How do you know? Food and water are scarce. We're under the constant threat of death, and there's people coming to eat our organs. Yeah, so what? It's Tuesday. Need more information than that. Anyway, thank you very much, guys. That's my time. My name is Al Goniker. You guys have been great.
Al Goniker. I heard it. Goniker.
You nailed it,
funny.
Brooke.
Yeah. See? Yes. Neuroplasticity. Everyone can change. Everyone can grow. It is possible. We are not stuck in this belief structure or language barriers. There are other I like learning other ways to say words. Like there's other syllables and other ways to make sounds. It's good for your mouth, right? Because then you can like make more faces, you know? Well, and also communicate with other people that are not like you, which is important. Yeah. Yeah. I know I grew up in white America, but I reach out because I need the culture. I appreciate the culture. I learn a lot. It's important for me. I was very sheltered and it wasn't my choice, really. I wanted to frolic with all the free wild people, you know? Sometimes I got out and they're like, no, come back. Also kind of controlling. So Christine, love you. All right, on deck now. Oh, okay. So Kirk had to leave. So Paul Kilmer, you were beyond deck. Our special treat tonight. I mean, all y'all are special treats, but Paul's rad. But first from Utah, she's been gone, had some stuff going on. I don't know, no, moving and school and teaching and a lot of rad stuff. So everyone, please put your hands together for Carly Olson. Is he here? No? I know she was having some Wi-Fi issues. Dang it. All right, Paul, you ready?
Yeah, oh, just let me get my.
From Connecticut. Funny AF. Up for anything. Say hey, and then he'll do it. Makes really cool balloon animals. I got to see him delight a child's world right in front of my eyes. And now he's gonna delight you. Everyone, please put your hands together for Paul Kilmer.
How you doing?
Woo!
Woo! I don't talk like that. I just want you to like because I have low self-esteem. All right. Moving on. I don't know how to say this, but it looks like I have an open gambling debt on my head. I don't know how this is happening. I have a crippling addiction to cough syrup and scratch off lottery tickets. I didn't realize it got this bad. I mean, look at me. I look like the troll that lives under your bridge. Thank you for all my D&D people in here. That joke was for you and no one else. All right. Yeah, so I owe a lot of money to a certain individual and I gotta make it back. So hey Desiree, I heard you laugh at my joke. I appreciate that.
No problem, Paul. Anytime.
You're the only one who laughs, and I appreciate that.
Other people
You make me feel better about myself. Anyway, I'll make you a deal. Will you play a game with me so I don't die?
Sure.
Hashtag save Paul.
Yes.
Hashtag save America. I have this little ball and I'm gonna put it under the cup and you have to tell me where the ball is, Desiree.
Okay.
Where is it?
Under the cup.
Yes, you win, but I still get the $20.
Wow.
No, I should explain. It's not under this cup. It's under this cup. I know, it's crazy. It's like it was rigged. You didn't have a choice.
I just thought there was one cup.
Well, there is never one cup.
Oh.
So here, this is what I'll do. I'll take the cup and I'll put it into my hand. You know what I mean. I'm gonna take the ball, put it in my hand. I'm gonna try to sneak it under one of these cups. Which cup do you want? Do you want the cup that I borrowed from the dollar store or this one that I found on the ground?
The one that you borrowed from the dollar store.
Okay, well, I have to make this disappear first.
Okay.
In 15 seconds.
Thank you. And that's where I had my billiard ball. The ball actually traveled back under the cup like this. I'm gonna do it again. I'm gonna try to make the ball disappear like that.
Yeah.
Do you want it to appear here or here?
Here.
Here.
Okay, this one is a baseball, but it's big and green.
Time.
All right, you guys have a good night. I'm gonna go and get something to eat. You guys can come if you want.
Hell yeah, everybody. After this, we're gonna go eat with Paul.
Yeah.
Waffles or some kale salad, whatever your diet is.
Oh, nasty.
But we have good news. Carly is back, so we're gonna give her another shot. Everyone was like, "We miss Carly. We miss Carly." Satisfied. I mean, it'll be good to see you. Everyone, please put your hands together right now for Carly Olson.
Hi. I've been on a kind of comedy hiatus, and I wrote 2 new jokes, and I was like, yeah, I can do open mics again. What the fuck? But I also, like, my computer's been acting up all night, and I just feel like this is the gods telling me, no, I don't think you should be doing comedy. I don't know. It's spooking me. But the other day I was looking for gifts for Mother's Day because it's coming up, and I came across this pillow that said, if moms were flowers, I'd pick you. And I thought that was kind of horrifying. Like saying, Mom, if you were a flower, I would rip you from your legs and take you away from your home. Make sure you're malnourished in water, slowly watch you die, you know. It's like a good daughter. So I'm pansexual, and I'm very tired of the attracted to pans jokes. I get it. I know I'm attracted to pans. Just like panics are very icky pans, like just pan ick. Ew, gross. They really need to be washed. This pandemic is just a plight of pans. Panties are just T-shaped pans. I'll work on that one. So I'm very aware I have librarian vibes, but not the sexy kind. I know I'm very self-aware. I know I'm not the sexy librarian. I just think that having a strong opinion about the Oxford comma is the same thing as having a personality. But it's better than when I was 18. At 18, I thought liking classic rock was the same thing as a personality. But really, yeah, that's just how I thought I was going to get boys, which is a whole other can of worms that I don't have 40 seconds to go over. I really do want to start dressing like a librarian, though. That is just a really appealing style to me right now, which tells me, one, I'm getting old. And that's it, actually. I'm just getting old. But that style was around for a minute, and now that I've decided I like it, it seems to not be around anymore. And every time I go to Target or Old Navy, it's just a bunch of Pioneer clothing. And I do not want to look like a Mormon polygamist wife, so not for me. I'm looking forward to styles changing again, and that's pretty much my time. So thank you, everybody. It's been fun.
Yeah, Carly, that was everything. Everything we missed, everything we needed. Did you say the one about the Scooby-Doo person? I think that's the one joke.
I didn't.
That was the one thing. Other than that, everything that and more, because a little bit of new stuff. Hell yeah, fun. I like the librarian vibes. If you don't notice, it's a hoodie, but I wore a cardigan today. I mean, maybe because I'm old. Whatever. Old is a state of mind. I am young at heart. Wait, heart my mind. All right, on deck now. Danny Bazongas, you were on deck. Woo, woo, woo. But first, from Rochester, New York, gonna be on Contagious. Yeah, this Friday. Cool. From Rochester, New York. Did I say that already? Please put your hands together right now for Emma Paxton.
Hey everyone. I can't seem to find a good angle. Like, you know, if I'm aware of like a round face, you know, like we all know that you need like the high angle if you're a girl. But like I would need to go to the top of the Empire State Building. Like that's kind of how high I need to be. Get the good angle. But you know, I'm kind of jealous of a certain group of people. And those are people who use catheters. You know, those 2 steps to the bathroom, it's just too much. There's a lot of pressure on women to like reclaim words. Like, I don't know why we have to do it. Why can't you just come up with non-horrible terms for us? Like people throw around the word bitch, slut, the P word. It's like, I don't like these words. They're not nice. They're not lovely. Like how'd this come about? A bunch of guys in a room like, yeah, these women don't really like these words we're using for them. I guess they find them like degrading, demeaning, because they are. So how about we come up with some new nice language that highlights their amazingness? Anyone? Yeah, you in the back. Why don't just have them say the same exact words, but we act like it's their idea? I mean, recycling's in, recycling the word. Could mark it as environmentally friendly. Great idea. Okay, that's the part where you're supposed to laugh, but no one did, so. Maybe next time. Anyway, so I kind of feel like podcasts are proof that we're getting really lazy as a society. Do you want to have an hour-long conversation? No, my mouth hurts too much to talk. Do you want to listen to an hour-long conversation to feel like you're part of it, but you're really not? Yep. So I developed allergies for the first time, which is super exciting. Allergies are insane. Like, oh my God, I'm allergic to air. Like, I can't handle the air. Ugh, it's so scary. Air, like the most fundamental thing on the planet. Like, some people are allergic to water. We're 97% water. Oh my God, I can't handle what's like most of my body. Like it makes no sense. Okay, another part where you're supposed to laugh. That's okay. I'll just get a laugh track, you know, like that'll work. You ever notice that those laugh tracks, you can always tell it's like, oh, whoops. All right, I'll shut up. Thank you.
I know what you mean, though. Everyone, please put your hands together again for Emma Paxton. Woo! Woo! Just had allergies. I've had allergies my whole entire life since I was born. Beat that. Anywho, the eating healthy does help a lot, to tell you the truth. All right, we're moving right along. We've got Kelly, our first new brand new face, our first new person, and second Kelly. That's cool. But first, he says he's been here 68 times. One more to join the club. From Portland, Connecticut, there is such a thing. And if you want bazongas on your bazongas, then check out the Bazonga Mart and get a DB shirt. Yeah. Everyone put your hands together for your favorite bazongas.
Okay. Okay, everybody. I just came to the realization I gotta quit waking bacon, man. Because first off, that introduction, because I just woke up and signed up, and I'm like, so I was just sitting there thinking, I'm like, oh shit, what did I say as far as an introduction? And then she said the 60. Oh God, I remember. Yeah. Also, I don't know if anybody else has done this. You ever like put your ATM pin in the microwave? Yeah. Who knew insufficient funds cooked your breakfast? Or like when you accidentally when you stop the microwave at 1 minute and 2 seconds, and you like think it's 1:02 all day, and you think you got like 2 hours to get to where you need to go, but. So yeah, like she said, I am from Portland, Connecticut. That's not a cool Portland. It's not got lasers pointed at us or meth labs or lobster. And I want to throw out an extra special shout out to my friends in Chicago, Wisconsin, Baltimore, Ohio, and Dallas, Iowa. Anybody? No.
Baltimore.
Okay. Thank you. I'm wearing this Ultimate Warrior t-shirt. My wife does this so women don't try and hit on me. They want she knows about that devil vagina magic that happens at Zoom mics, and she's all down with that. So I have to be cool with this. Okay, so my dentist told me I had to stop masturbating. I asked him why, and he said, "Because you're in a dentist's office, asshole. Do that at home." So I came from a big family. I'm the youngest of 5, and if anybody could please lend me a few bucks until my brother straightens out, he's a hunchback. No, he's not a hunchback, man. Don't feel bad for that guy, man. He called me and said they shut his water off, so I sent him a get well card.
Oh,
get well. Yeah, I don't know, man, because you know what? That guy tried to kill me as a kid. He used to like put scratch and sniff stickers at the bottom of the swimming pool. He knew I'd fall for it every time. Okay, I got a few seconds here. So I want to understand something. Americans, why do we have a problem with the metric system? Why can't we embrace this? Everybody else does it. It's very simple. At 9 years old, I had this shit figured out in 20 minutes. 10 of those, 1 of those, 10 of those, 1 of those, 1 of those, 10, 1 of those, 100. Every fucking time. But no, we got to compound 1/16 of an inch while we're math. You're going to sit there and go, let me compound all these fractions while everybody else came up with 7 centimeters and went on break. Although every American knows that there's 28 grams in an ounce. Thank you. That's my time.
Put your hands together for Danny and his bazongas.
Woo!
Yeah, that was fun. Hell yeah, you're awesome. Glad you're here.
Oh, yeah.
Not with that attitude.
She said it.
That's on his background. You can rewind the live stream when we're done and watch it if you didn't catch it. You probably caught it. All right, so on deck is page 2. On deck is Chris, another newcomer. Woo, 2 newcomers in a row. That's so cool. All right, we're excited to hear your silly and your weird and your wildness. But first, streaming live from Long Island. Her Insta is Jingle Kells, number 4. Oh my God. Everyone, please put your hands together right now for Kelly Kenwan.
Ooh. Thank you guys. Yes, I am new. I'm from Long Island. I didn't realize I plugged my my little comedy Instagram, but yeah, follow it for sure. Start with that. I do have a little bit of stage fright. I'm not gonna lie, even over Zoom. Like, I'll be so excited for a show, and then right before it, I'm like, wait, what if people hear what I say?
Wow.
I am a pretty socially anxious person. Like, I'll walk into a party and it's just like, that is my heart. I get anxious about something. Obviously, my brain is like, hey, maybe something is wrong, definitely. And then immediately my stomach shows up. Like, wait, we'll tell her. Like, I really want to be the person who like gardens and drinks tea instead of coffee. But in reality, I'm the person who gets off the phone with my friend, like my best friend. And I'm like, oh my God, did I say bye weird? And then I think about that. Yeah. Back at parties, I was very much like a corner chiller. Just checking my phone, looking up things like heart palpitations normal. There was always this point at the party where somebody would be like, so Kel, what have you been up to? And I'm like, ooh, okay, I want to answer this. I really do. Just give me 1 second. 1 second. I will be right back. and then I go home. So so much more outgoing when I'm by myself. For sure. I never knew what to say at parties because I've worked like 80 part-time jobs. My friends are like, yeah, I'm in law school. I'm like, I walked my aunt's dog last week because she said she would pay. We are definitely on the same level. Right now I work in a restaurant because I like a nice stressed out environment. Feels like home to me. I hostess, and it's one of those jobs where you're like, yeah, I'll do that for 2 or 3 months. And then it's 5 years later, you have a beard. What happened? The only time hostessing bugs me is when my parents talk about what I do, because moms just want to sound cool to other moms. Mom is like, our oldest is in private equity, our youngest is a consultant, and Kel works over at the local pub. She starts to like nervous itch. Not that corporate jobs are a problem. Creative people love to give 9 to 5 shit, like, oh, no, I can never. Ew, gross. I can never work a 9 to 5. No, seriously, I can never work a 9 to 5. As if we could get one. That's my time, guys. I'm Kelly Kenlon.
Okay, we're in love. Thank you so much. We all went to Jingle Kells. Kells with a Z. Number 4. We're all friends now. That was fun. Cool. Long Island. Right on.
Right.
And it's like a Long Island. Is it? Sorry. That's stupid. But like, is it like, does it have a lot of ocean and area around it?
Oh yeah. It's like 3 hours long of like shitty people and iced coffee.
Hell yeah. Very nice to meet your acquaintance. I hope you come back.
Cool.
You don't have to. I don't want to be clingy, but you are welcome to freely come and freely go. Take care of yourself, whatever is most important. If you're feeling a nap, if you're feeling an improv class, don't feel like I need you, but you're pretty rad. Also, I host an Anarchy Mic. Anarchy is on Friday nights. It starts at 10:30, like Central Time, so it's pretty late. But I co-host it with Erica. She's in Hawaii, so we co-host it together. It's really fun. We get a lot of people at that one too. Actually, a lot of people in here have been to that one. So, I mean, maybe I'll put a link in the chat for everybody. All right, I turned to page 2 and we have a short page 3. So we're moving, we're doing good. Oh, the second Kelly is next. But first, from Orange County, California, first time here, so we're gonna be good listeners at Just Asian Podcast. Just Asian things. Cool. Everyone, please put your hands together for Chris Twong.
Woo! Hey, what's up, everyone? I'm Chris Strong, and I'm a firefighter.
Cool.
But I also happen to be a reformed fuckboy, so kind of balances each other out. And I know what you guys are thinking. Yes, there is salvation for us too. It's called monogamy. So I'm a firefighter, and this is important because every time people will always ask me the same exact question. Chris, what's the worst fire you've ever put out? And I'll always give them the same exact answer. The last girl I dated. I mean, god damn. Talk about a fucking like natural disaster. Homegirl was like hurricane. I'm a fucking bitch. But anyways, so anytime I'm at a party, girls always come up to me and they're like, hey, Chris, can I call you if my cat needs to get rescued in a tree? And I'm like, no, but you can call me to save your pussy with this wood. So, so people say that consent is very important, and I agree. That's why I always make sure to tell the donut first before I stick my penis in it. If it's good enough for my stomach, it's good enough for my dick. So I took a break recently from the whole being single, fuckboy, bachelor lifestyle, and I have a girlfriend. And I feel like ever since I got a girlfriend, I've been getting kind of weaker. And it's not because I don't make enough time for the gym, because I do. But I feel like I just don't use my right hand as often as I did back when I was a single. You know, it's okay. Whenever my girlfriend isn't around, That's when I bring her out. I kind of treat my right hand like a side chick. Shh, 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 shh. She's never gonna find out. So my girlfriend says I have selective hearing. She's always like, everything always goes into one ear and comes out the other. I always say that she has selective memory because damn, homegirl can never remember when the fuck she's wrong. She's like, it's not my fault that you didn't feed me earlier, that I had to yell at you. Maybe, damn girl, maybe next time I'll feed you this dick instead. Maybe that'll keep you full. So when I first wanted to tell my girlfriend that I loved her, I couldn't do it because I had commitment issues. I know, surprising, right? So as we were fucking, instead, I told her, I love your pussy. I know, I'm a modern day Casanova. And thanks everyone, I'm Chris Strong.
Jesus Christ.
Wow. Wow, what a ladies' man. You tell us right off the bat, reformed fuckboy. So we should have just figured that was cool. One more round of applause for Chris. Woo! Thank you, thank you, thank you. We've got Brian and then Ham. You are both on deck, kind of one at a time, of course, but you are on deck. Our next comedian has been here before, from Toronto, says if anyone wants to adopt her, she's ready to leave Canada now. She would probably be like an amazing person to have live with you. I'm just saying. Everyone, please put your hands together right now for Kelly Zimnikis.
Woo! Yeah. Oh my God. It is bad news bears up here. It really is. Toronto is a bit of a shit show right now. So yeah, I'm up for adoption, marriage. I'm ready to cross that border. I have a suitcase. Tonight. Tonight, friend. Oh my Lord. So last week I had to go for some emergency dental surgery. Super fun. Somehow last week, woke up one morning, from my bedroom to my kitchen, somehow half of my tooth just decided to peace out and fly out of my mouth. Ooh. Half my molar just went, pew, like, you know what? I'm done. I'm done with this relationship. It's been a slice. I'm out of here. See you later. Popped out. So I'm gonna call my missing tooth Scott. Because that's what my ex Scott did one day. He just woke up and was like, I'm done. Finished. So, yeah, just like Scott, my tooth is gone. It is gone. Which of course resulted in a trip to the dentist. We've been talking about the dentist a bit tonight. I love my dentist. She's super cool. But every time I show up, I'm visibly a bit nervous. And she always says to me, Kelly, I don't know why this makes you nervous. You do stand up. That's way scarier. Like, I don't know what kind of stand up she thinks I do. You know, there's no props involved. Nothing is going in my mouth when I do stand up comedy. It's hard to compare those two things, you know? Kind of a strange thing. But yeah, lots is going on in my life. I am, because of the pandemic and work in Toronto is just shite. I'm moving. I've got 2 roommates that I'm moving in with. I've known them for a long time. They are super cool people. We get along really well. It's my parents. Guys, I'm moving back home. Yeah, I'm 43. I'm moving back home in with my parents. So the comedy gods during this pandemic are really offering gift after gift, you know. It's just so many jokes are to come, really. Yeah. I get along with my folks really well. I do. They're older. They both immigrated to Canada just after the Second World War. And I think because of this, they've got a different viewpoint on how they should raise their children. When I was 16, I got hit by a car, super scary. And I will never forget when the principal called my dad to come get me. And he was all, yes, can my daughter get to Subway? I closer to Subway than school. Which is crazy, right? But again, he grew up during the Second World War. So no matter what I throw at him, my father's stock reply is, big deal, I escaped Nazis. Hard to top, man. I've been Kelly Zimnikis. Thanks.
Yeah, from Toronto. Check out our YouTube. Oh, that was fun. I like the impressions and the relatable. Parents are silly. It's fun to laugh at them. And then you're like, oh, we took them so serious. They were like gods to us when we were little. And now we're like, oh, geez, they were humans, not really like perfect. Like, anywho, on deck now is Ham Clancy. But first, from Connecticut, has a access show called Public Access and Chill. Just chill. He's really, really rad. He does the meat slap mic with his beautiful, beautiful wife. Right now, please put your hands together for Brian Barbecue.
Oh, yeah, thank you so much. Guys, how about 69 meat slaps for Brooke real quick in a crescendoing pattern? Let her hear it for a long ass time. Let's fucking do this. I was just, hell yeah, KJ's got the right energy. I fucking love that. Thunderous meat slap. Fuck yeah. Oh my God. I smoked way too much weed today. You guys ever smoke way too much weed today? Hell fucking yeah. Right? Hell yeah. Everyone just rip bongs during this set. This is the appropriate time. I don't know, like, let's just talk about it because not everyone smokes pot, so I don't really care. Like, do you guys think pot makes people dumb? Like, what do you think? Like, no, yes, maybe. Like, it's definitely not your A game, right? Like, I've been smoking weed for years, but I've been like so high. Like, I tried to make milk by just mixing cheese and water in a cup for 2 hours because I wanted a white Russian so bad, right? And then I'm sitting there drinking watered down nacho cheese and vodka in a cup, reevaluating my whole life. Yeah, I know it's gross. I didn't have Kahlua. It's fucking nasty. I'll give you like a better example because I think I felt it more when I was younger. Like back in high school, especially, I used to think my younger brother by a couple of years was stealing my pot. So being the stone detective that I was, I went into his backpack one time to see if it was in there. I swear to God, I opened up my 15-year-old brother's backpack. All that's inside was a hammer, KY jelly, and a notebook. That's creepy, right? Like, I was just like, why couldn't it just be my pot? And I didn't want to jump to conclusions because, I mean, who hasn't jacked off while trying to make a birdhouse before? So, like, I was like, whatever. But I was terrified because talk about right wrong conclusions. Didn't know like if I like opened up this notebook, like what would it say in there? You know what I mean? Like I was having anxiety about that. I was just sweating, like staring at this notebook, like I just stumbled upon like the holy grail of the butthole monologues or something. You know, like all three have to be related. That's how it works on Blue's Clues. Case solved, right? Like so, like what does this notebook say? It's just gonna be like Captain's Log, June 15th. I've had this hammer in my ass now for about 15 minutes. Probably should have gone handle first in retrospect, right?
Whoa.
Whoa. I wasn't expecting a gasp. I just thought maybe someone would pop out and yell hammer time or something, but hell yeah, like puns indeed. I don't know. I don't have 20 seconds worth of material, but this was fun. Thank you so much for having me, Brooke. Enjoy the rest of the mic, everybody. Goodbye.
Yeah, let's go to the store and everybody buys 3 weird things and then we make a joke about it. That could be fun. Everyone needs a notebook, you know? You might want to write a poem about the weird thing that you masturbated to while you were taking pictures of them. Just a thought. Sorry, every time I think about thoughts now, I think about thoughts. Like I think about like, you know, like when you get really, really deep in a thought, you know, like really deep. And then she's just like, like so. Anywho, on deck. I know. We were doing fine. On deck is Kirk, our next comedian, also from Connecticut, also rad, also sitting on the same couch, has a business, a really cool one. You can get like paint parties virtually. She'll send you kits, everything. Do it with a group. We could all do it. It could be a fun time. Please put your hands together right now for Ham Clancy.
Wow. Thank you, Brooke. I know what you're all thinking. Ham, those are very professional footy pajamas you're wearing. You must have prepared a great 3 minutes for us. And boy, oh boy, are you incorrect. But what I do have is the riff bowl from the Meat Slap open mic with just a few riffs left. And I told myself, I'm just going to do it alone. Here we go. So there's just random topics here. I don't know what they are. I'm just going to pull them and go. First up, Blockbuster. Holy shit. We need to bring back Blockbuster for the courting process. Okay. I feel like dating in 2021 is very fast paced. Like we're all about Netflix and chill, which means you like go into some guy's mom's finished basement and you put Netflix on and you let him finger bang you to the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man movie on a futon. Okay, I get it. That's what we're doing these days. It's cool. But if you still had Blockbuster, you could really learn about a man. Like, is he kind and rewind kind of guy? Like, does he pick out movies that you like? It's a drawn out process. Is he going to share his razzles? Razzles are gross. Don't date him. You know what I mean? Like, we need Blockbuster. Everything's too quick. All right. Speaking of quick, next up from the Riff Bowl is the proper length for short shorts. The shorter, the better, ladies. Let it all hang out. Fuck junk in the trunk. I want to see the trash behind your gash in your short shorts. Let's go. All right. Next up, your personal hell. Holy shit, my personal hell would be having to spend the day with Grandpa Joe from the movie Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. Absolute piece of shit, okay? First of all, you can smell that room. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can be there, you can smell that room. That thing smells like fucking cat piss and a little bit of maple syrup, all right? That room stinks. They eat nothing but cabbage. They discuss it in the film, okay? That's just four old people farting around under the same duvet, and that's not for me. But also, what a selfish motherfucker. Okay, first of all, he's buying pipe tobacco when his family thinks a loaf of bread is a banquet. You're a dirty old man, all right? Second of all, you got to get those Frito smelling ass slippers out from under your bed as soon as your grandchild gets something for free. You communist? No, not a communist. Communists are actually cool. He is a fucking fascist. Fuck you, Grandpa Joe. Why don't you get a goddamn paper route, you useless son of a bitch, all right? Point blank. Fuck him entirely. All right, last riff, the last golden nugget from the Riff Bowl is how many dogs is too many dogs? Holy shit. However many dogs is gonna make my house smell like that fucking room Grandpa Joe is in all goddamn day. I don't give a fuck however many dogs you have as long as you take care of them. And don't let them jump up on your countertop and then you prepare food and think I'm gonna eat that food, because that's never gonna fucking happen. That's it for me. My name's Ham. Thank you so much for letting me speak.
Wow, well done. My. Y'all are making my cheeks hurt. I'm gonna need to get a facial. Anywho, that's when they sorry. No. Anywho, hell yeah, that was amazing. Oh, okay. So if you're not friends with them on Facebook, become friends with them on Facebook. They'll post like game nights for Jackbox. We play games online. Pretty fun. Just good people to hang around. You know, if you're into that. If you're a giant dick and a narcissist psychopath, please don't be here. Like, you might think that we don't. Like, the people in here that I know, and like, yeah, you're all good. We're fine. I don't know why I went there. It's just because of my world lately. We're not going there. We're moving on with the mic. Woo! Desiree Walsh, you were on deck. Our next comedian, he's from Portland, Maine. He's been here before. Check him out on the TikTok. Put your hands together for Cody Webb.
Woo! All right. Hello. So, yes, I am on TikTok, tiktok.com/@therealCodyWebb. And it has been showing me a bunch of LGBTQ content, which has been pretty cool. And because of that, I have learned that apparently a lot of trans women like to go into computer science. Like, all levels, like out trans women, closeted trans women, people who don't even realize they're trans yet. Now, this got my attention because I'm a programmer and I'm not the most masculine person. But I want to let you know, if I do ever realize that I am a woman, I'm not going to change anything. I'm not going to change my name. I'm not going to transition. Why? Because I already have the perfect programmer name. My name is Cody Webb, and I code on the web. Like, you think I'm gonna mess with perfection here? All right, no. For what? My personal happiness? Fuck that. All right. Like, sure, I'd cry myself to sleep at night because I would know that nobody would ever know the true me. But you'd be able to know what my job is by looking at my name tag. And that's what really matters. My name is a pun and it's gonna stay that way, god damn it. Fuck my mental health. If I cared about my mental health, I wouldn't have become a comedian in the first place. That's how it works, right? You become a comedian and then you become clinically depressed. That's the order in which that happens. Woo! All right. Yeah. So, although if this programming thing doesn't work out, I guess I can go into comedy. 'Cause that's another thing I feel like I'm pretty destined to go into. I mean, you can't spell comedy without Cody. And even if you do, it just spells me. All right, that joke works better when you see the letters, but it's fine. I can see who can visualize words in their head. That's fine. However, I think I might be some sort of like comedy phoenix. Like, you take me out of comedy and I'll just come rising back from the ashes to tell jokes to 8 people that are paying attention and 12 other people that apparently have better things to do. All right. Thank you very much. I have been Cody Webb.
Yay. Yeah, I want to shout out to Charles. He's watching and he's saying shoe shorts. Shoe shorts for men. Maybe he meant short shorts for men. He wrote shoe shorts for men. I don't know. He's a comedian, so maybe that's a joke I just don't fully understand. But glad you're watching, Charles. Everyone, let's give Cody Webb one more round of applause.
Woo!
That's really clever with your name. Wow. Wow. Good job, Mom and Dad. Like, they had your life planned out. All those special trips to the code camps that they paid off, huh? Yeah. I know. AJ, I know you're sleepy, but you were on deck, okay? Cool. Oh, but first, she's been here 69 times already. She's from Toronto and Ontario and Canada. Everyone, please put your hands together for Desiree Walsh.
No. Kelly was right before. You are beating us at the vaccines, America. Yeah, it's a little bit hard for us as Canadians that America is beating us in a healthcare issue. But there is a support group I attend on Wednesdays that is lovely. So I'm working through it, and I wish you the best. Yeah. I went to see my parents for Easter. They live in a very tiny town with no cases in northern Ontario. It's fine. And we were sitting down to dinner, and my dad said, "There are a lot of gay people at my work." And I said, "It's interesting that so many of the new employees are coming and telling you their sexual orientation. Is there something I need to know?" And he said, "No. And I don't actually know if they're gay, but I can't tell their gender." And I said, "Why do you need to know their gender if you work alone at a brass factory, Daddy?" And he said, "Well, I just worry that someone will come talk to me and then what do I do?" And I said, "You just ask their name and you use that. You use their name." And then he said, but what if I need to use a pronoun? Like he or she. And I said, oh, just say they or them. And he seemed okay with that. And then my mom cut in and was like, actually, I think that might be offensive. And I said, listen, Mom, Dad's job is on the line. We have to keep this simple. So we decided on that if any of the new employees, or really anyone, approached him at work, was to hold up a sign that said, my daughters say I can't talk to you. Please go find someone else. It is for your own good and mine as well. Yeah, my dad just turned 65. He's looking forward to going to the bank to tell them what the building used to be before it was a bank. He also saw me do stand-up comedy for the first time over Zoom, and his review of the show was, if this is the internet, I do not care for it. That's my time.
Yay.
That's right, Walsh. So fun to make fun of old people. I say stuff like that to my mom. Like, I'm like, oh, like in like with the Flintstones when they drove cars with their feet. That's when you came. Anywho, Alexis, you were on deck. Our next comedian, he's been here at least 69 times. He's from Bangor, Maine. Yeah, he's doing a show on Saturday with Stephen Douglas. If you want to get something off your chest, a grievance, anything that's bothering you, you just want to bitch about it a little bit. Saturday night, they got the spot. Everyone, please put your hands together for AJ Capuccio.
Thank you. Yes, so I got the Johnson & Johnson shot. So now the question is, when am I getting new teeth? Because like Kelly, you know, my teeth went missing. That's what happens when you fall off your bike and land on your face. Look at the bright side, more room for cock. I got drilled by a tall, dark, handsome man who was my oral surgeon. It's gonna be a little bit more difficult now that masks aren't gonna be a thing anymore. You know, not for a while. Well, it might be. Whatever. I'm just gonna tell people that I was wearing chain necklaces at disc golf because the real reason's quite embarrassing. Yeah, I was riding my bike, and I was riding a real mountain bike too. My insurance wouldn't even cover it if I fell off a Huffy. It has fat tires, no kickstand, streamers on the handlebars, but I wasn't pulling any sweet tricks. Yeah, I was trying to turn on my headphones while I was riding because I'll be goddamn if I go a minute without listening to a podcast. And I was. Yeah, don't worry. I'll be getting a bridge implant as soon as I make an appointment with the dental civil engineer. And once things are really back to normal, and I'll be going to all those breathy, sweaty mass gatherings. And the Canadian border might open up in like, I don't know how many years. This border should just stay closed for punitive reasons because we deserve to be punished for our stupidity, and they're like kind of just jealous that we have the vaccines and we don't. But when they open back up, I'm gonna be back on my bullshit, rolling up to the border patrol office, or excuse me, rolling up to the border crossing, and the border patrol officer asks, "What's the reason for your trip, A?" "Oh, we're just going to the Montreal Circuit Party, meet up with a few other twinks, huff some poppers, and feel up their tuber like he's a goon at a porn star petting zoo." He hands us back our passports and says, "Have a safe trip, and whatever you do, don't slap any bags of milk at the supermarket. It's been a real problem." "Yes, officer, we'll be sure not to slap any bags of milk." And I drive off, and I turn to my friend and say, "He thinks we're gay. We're slapping bags. That's all we do." Good thing he didn't check our cooler. He would have confiscated our Uncrustables. I'm not a day trader, but if I was, I would trade Columbus for Indigenous because I've been dying to use that headdress. Thank you.
Capuccio. Plenty of room for God. His words. Check out his show on Saturday. Get something off your chest. It feels good to let it out. I tell you what. If you stay for just a little bit longer, you know, for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Well, if we just stay for like 14, 16 more comedians and we have a lightning round, and we'll do one more. Oh my goodness. Anywho, if you can't stay, I understand. But if you do, hell to the yeah. On deck is Arvin Clay, our next comedian, has been here before from Phoenix, Arizona. Woo! I hear there's a lot of hot comedy there. Please put your hands together for Alexis McKenzie.
Woo! Hello, everyone. Hi. All right. So I recently had a strep throat scare, and the doctor did the swab test thingy, and she was amazed at my gag reflex. And I said to her, "Here's our practice." True story. I love working from home. I don't want to go back to the office at all. I can sleep in, save gas money, no bra. I am jigalicious, everyone, all right? It's like Mardi Gras up in here. I wear a shirt, of course, but it's Mardi Gras up in here, okay? I just need to remember to wear a bra when I run an errand. Pretty soon, stores will say no shirt, no shoes, no bra, no service. My taste in men has changed, everyone. My taste in men has changed. It has changed. It has changed. When I was 13, I wanted to marry big nose Scottie Pippen.
Oh, yeah.
We're supposed to have a mansion, 3 kids, and a dog. Now I'm like, oh, so you do play basketball. Cool. Oh, on the Xbox. All right. You got a job, right? You got them benefits, 401k, giddy up. 10 years ago, I would not date a man in his 40s. I said, and I quote, ew, great pubes. Now I'm like, Keanu, just for men hair dye doesn't go down there, baby. No, keep it. I like it. It's distinguished. My brother wants to know when I'm going to get my gear, I'm going to get my budding gear and pop out some kids. I said, Corey, have you been to Target lately? Have you ever seen the Super Nanny? No. I said, look, all right, I'll have kids. All right, I will. I'll have kids if they come out 23 with a job and a down payment for their own place. Yeah, fuck up my insides, of course, you know, I'll probably pee out my ears, but it's worth it for an automatic empty nest. That's all I have, everyone. I'm Alexis McKenzie. Woo. Thank you very much.
Woo. Alexis McKenzie from Phoenix. Hell yeah, you got fans in the crowd. Put your social media, like your Instagram and stuff in the chat. So if some of the people here don't follow you yet, we can get connected like that. We can support each other. It's definitely been a huge help for me. I cannot tell you what. There's been a lot of like harsh stuff in the scene, and I go online to my web of amazing humans who can see the big picture with me, and they help me. So thank you, all of you. You all help me a lot. On deck now is Kirk, unless you're too sleepy, but hopefully you're not because you're hilarious. If you're sleepy though, honor thyself. Okay. But first, he's been here 69 times. He's from Pittsburgh. Everyone, please put your hands together for the hilarious Arvin Clay.
Thank you, everybody. So I just figured something out the other day. All of those years that I spent being a DJ in spooky goth clubs actually prepared me to do stand-up.
Yeah.
Because in each case, one wrong choice and I've ruined the night of the tens of people who have come out to drink. Thank you for that enthusiastic response. I appreciate it, honestly. So I have issues with body dysmorphia. And one of the ways that I can tell kind of like where I'm at, I refer to as the stomach butt method. So what I do is I grab the sides of my stomach and I push them together. And the larger the butt it makes, the fewer depression pizzas I can have in a week. Thanks guys. I am thrilled with how this is going. Awesome. Man, this is fucking torturous. Jesus, fuck. No, you're all great. Everybody's been like amazing tonight. Let's see what else. Okay, I'm gonna tell a story and then I'm gonna shut the fuck up because the last thing anybody needs is like another white guy going on about like anything. So I was discussing comedy condos with some comic friends of mine. And it got me thinking about the very, very first time that I went out of town for a gig. And we didn't get a comedy condo so much as like a murder hotel. It definitely felt like the kind of place that Jeffrey Dahmer would hang out, so we didn't check in. We slept in the car, but we realized that we had no place to shower, right? And we were fucking gross. So I came up with the idea of signing up for 24-hour memberships at a gym and taking the showers that way. So go to the gym, we get in, we take showers. Now I didn't realize that we weren't actually in a hotel, so there were no fucking towels in there. So I actually had to run to the paper towel dispenser and start pulling them down and like drying myself off really, really quick. And I'm going to save the rest of this story for later because it is 3 minutes, but I want to remind everybody that Black Lives Matter, blue lives don't exist, and let's make sure we take care of each other out there. Okay, bye.
Hell yeah, our display, everyone. Stay tuned to lightning round to hear the end. And Smurfs, yeah, they're blue people. They're fake, they're a cartoon. So yeah, you can't even, there's no blue. Like, I mean. All right, so Kirk's here. He's gonna do a little set. Yeah, he's still good to, yeah, cool.
Oh, I'm good.
And Roberto, you were on deck.
I just think it's funny how people will be like, good night, blah, blah, blah. Everybody was so great. And then they immediately leave. So you can't really respond to it. That was, that's why I said that.
All right, everyone, please put your hands together for Kirk Broussard.
Oh, man. Oh, what a good room of people. Just a bunch of, what an attractive room. What are the odds? You just get this many good looking, funny people together in a room. Like, I don't know, like 69% of this room is drop dead gorgeous. I mean, like you always hear too that like attractive people, beautiful people can't be funny, but I mean, we're just breaking stereotypes in this room left and right. God damn it, what a fun room. Oh man, it's extremely difficult for me to believe in God. I mean, just like most things in my life, I mean, if it's even like mediumly difficult, it's hard for me to do. I just don't do it. But I mean, I've got a little backup for the God thing. Like I was dead for 9 days 4 years ago. I always say 9 days because when it comes to being dead, I think it's quantity over quality. I mean, most of that 9 days was in a coma, but like the 2 minutes when my heart stopped in the back of that ambulance, like there was none of that just like walking towards a light. Like, I mean, not even the cool like shit from movies where you're hovering over your body in the ambulance. No, I mean, people say that like your life flashes before your eyes too. And there wasn't any of that. Like, and it got me thinking, like, what if the dude who shocked me back to life, Edward Paddlehands, as I like to call him, what if he had gotten to see my future life pass before his eyes and decide if he could bring me back to life? Or like, what if just a regular person, like, what if you walked up behind someone, you turned a corner on a bridge and someone's there about to jump and you have the opportunity to save them? It's just some dude, it slows down. You get to see, you're like, oh, wait, he's going to do some terrible things in his future and you can just not do it. I mean, what if that ambulance driver had just like gotten a slow view, like he's 37, he's nice guy, works in a restaurant, has a steady job. He's lives by himself with his 2 cats. He's going to be a stand-up comedian in the future. He's like, wait, another just white guy who thinks he's funny? Like, oh no, just did society a great favor. I don't know. Ultimately, it is very cool, though, to just be able to say, like, when it comes to the game of death, that I'm 1-0 versus God, but I feel like it's probably going to end in a tie. Thank you, Kurt Broussard.
Yes, Kurt leaving us with the deep, unescapable truth that we are all gonna die. Yeah, this is all gonna be over someday. Or thank goddess.
I tried to leave 20 seconds of silence for the end of that.
Oh, let me. That was enough. All right, on deck now. On deck now is Aaliyah Brown. Woo, 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 woo. Cool, first time here. But first, we have someone that's been here at least 69 times from Indianapolis. Has a Facebook, Instagram, and a YouTube. You can look it up at Roberto Garcia Comedy. Everyone, please put your hands together for Roberto Garcia.
Yo, how's everybody doing? Everybody excited? It's springtime.
Yeah.
Nature. Allergy people are feeling it the most. You know, Mother Nature is squirting all over us with their pollen, you know? The little helicopters are scat though. It's been a year. You know, how we doing? Anybody notice any big changes? I feel like I've only noticed changes that kind of make things harder and not seemingly really any safer. You know, like germ-wise. You still have to go to the DMV, except now you have to go online to make your appointment. But now you only have their eyes to decipher their hatred for you. You know, you still get the shitty attitudes, but you're guessing how much they hate you. It's been a year, like I said, and you know, when I'm talking about it's been a year, I'm talking about it's been a year since Tiger King. I like to think of that as the pinnacle, the height of the pandemic. Is everybody doing okay? Everybody's got their friends that are doing okay. Anybody got any old friends not doing so good?
I got a buddy who's not doing so great.
I got a buddy who's not doing so great. He went real religious on us right away. Real religious, you know. Every time, you know, COVID, end of times, and every time I started talking to him, it turned into a sermon. And I'm not really a religious guy, so I stopped answering his phone calls and his voice text messages and his direct messages. I guess you could say I wholly ghosted him. Anyone getting out of the house these days? Things are sort of relaxing out there. I went to a hipster brewery recently. Caught a buzz. Accidentally went into the women's bathroom. It only had a W on it. I thought it stood for wieners. I guess they're not as hip as I thought. And I know what you're thinking, Roberto, what does the M stand for? And I was thinking medieval times, because bathrooms don't need to be segregated. Women should be able to piss in urinals. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I was a little buzzed at the bar that day. But I did notice that people were talking about shit earlier. So I guess butt stuff. I guess it's my turn. Earlier today, my kid shit on the floor. And I missed a phone call, an important phone call for some furniture. So after I cleaned it up, I called them back and I talked to the guy. I said, hey, I saw I missed your call. My kid shit on the floor. And the guy was cracking up. You know, I kind of thought maybe I made his day. you know, we went through business and we took care of business and made sure everything was confirmed. And when he was getting off the phone with me, he said, hey, have a good rest of your day. And I said, hey man, thanks. Can't get any shittier. My name's Roberto Garcia, guys. Thanks a lot for your time. I appreciate you.
Woo! Everyone loves a good shit on the story. Wait, a good shit on the floor story.
Story.
But you kind of shit on the story with all the shit talk. Never mind. Thank you, Roberto. So glad to be here and have you here and hang out with us tonight. Hope you stick around for the lightning round. One more minute of fun. Ooh. And a couple people haven't been here, so that time might be coming a little bit closer than we thought, okay? No worries. No worries. On deck now is Alicia Rain. Next comedian is from Pennsylvania. First time here at the Backline. I did a show with her though, with him and Brian and her and Mark Kaplan.
Mike Kaplan.
Mike Kaplan. It was really cool, really fun. Right now, please put your hands together for Aaliyah Brown.
Hello. Very happy to be here. I was thinking about this for probably way too long the other day. Do you guys think that celebrities make a list of regular non-famous people that they would cheat on their spouse? You know how we all kind of keep one of those lists either mentally or physically if you're a weirdo? Like, do you think celebrities have that reverse list? Like, for example, Alexis, you brought up Keanu Reeves and Scottie Pippen. Like, do you think those dudes have lists? Like, do you think like Keanu's at like a meet and greet for his next movie and he's like, oh, and who's this go out to? Ashley? I like that name, Ashley. Is that spelled with an L-Y or is that spelled with like a L-E-I-G-H? 2 E's? Ashley. All right, I'll remember that. Here you go, Ashley. And then he pulls out his list and he's like, Ashley. All right. Like, is that how this works? Like, and I know that if it is true, you're never going to be on the list of a celebrity you want to be on. Right? I'm never going to meet Zac Efron and be like, let's compare lists. And he's like, oh no, you're not on it. Like that. I'm not going to get Zac Efron. But like on the off chance I meet Gary Busey, he's going to be like, are you the Aaliyah from the list? Like that. That's my kind of luck. I get the Gary Buseys. I was walking through the streets of New York City. I'm about an hour away, so it's worth it if you want really good soup dumplings to go there. Just go to the source, go get good soup dumplings. And ooh, my internet connection is unstable, just like me. Real cute. So I'm walking down the streets of New York City. I'm holding my soup dumplings. I'm a happy girl, and then all of a sudden I get catcalled. And I think like any female presenting person in the room, that's happened to you a million times. It's annoying as hell. But one thing that made this like super memorable for me, like I think that this is a core memory now, like it's impacted my life forever. This guy goes, and I was like, hello? And he's like, damn girl, you look like you could eat a lot of cornbread. I was like, how'd you know? I could eat a lot of cornbread. I was like, are you having a party? Like you got too much cornbread? And I just started imagining the scenario where this guy's like called up his cornbread hookup and accidentally ordered too much. So now his house is filled with cornbread. He called his friend up and he's like, dude, how are we gonna get rid of all this goddamn cornbread? And then he's like, yeah, let's just head to the streets and see if we could find somebody. And then luckily for them, I walked by and they checked out my fat ass and then they invited me over for some cornbread. I don't know. Weird and New York City's weirder. Bye.
Woo! Woo! Hell yeah, I think you just got some more fans. That was fantastic. Here in the Midwest we have chili with our cornbread. I don't know if that's nationwide. It's not. Some people do cinnamon rolls. Go ahead, just say it in the chat. We'll do a little poll. We'll see what y'all like. I'm interested. I want to know. We are going to sneak a guy in here later, but not yet. First, we've got Tyler on deck. And from South Dakota, a Wish You Were Here online comedy showcase on Sunday, April 17th at 9 p.m. Central Time. She is producing that and puts a lot of really cool work into putting those shows together. So everyone, please put your hands together right now for Alicia Rain.
Woo! Woo! Hey everybody, I'm super pumped because I just realized that I am living my Claire Danes from My So-Called Life fantasy right now. Check this shit out, man. So great. Jordan Catalano, Be Still, my 12-year-old heart. Too bad he grew up to be a cult leader and kind of a creep, but we'll just keep it to the 12-year-old heart, okay? Doesn't make sense. I don't give a shit. Guys, I'm pretty sure that Blue Raspberry is just a sad raspberry.
Oh.
Yeah, he's just playing Cure albums all day long and I can't get him out of his room. I noticed that McDonald's has come out with a new sandwich because of the popularity of the McRib. They came out with the McPorterhouse, but they realized that was a mistake. I kind of feel like conservatives and libertarians are kind of like Einstein and his wife. Kissing cousins, okay? Dude, libertarians are intense, okay? They are the hold my beer of gun owners, okay? No matter what you got, they got it better. You got a 9mm, they have 29 millimeters. You have a shotgun, they have a sawed-off shotgun. You have a rifle, they've already shot you because you're on their property, okay? Intense. Guys, and everything I said, they take as a compliment, okay? I'm not afraid at all. Guys, yeah. Moving on to another joke as soon as I figure it out. This is my impression of a saint, a hero from a little known country called France. This is my of Joan of Arc. Bonjour. What? I nailed it. That was so good. So good. Man, I dare you to tell the difference. I can dare you. Okay. This is my impression of super smart scientist, Sir Isaac Newton. Sir Isaac Newton. Ow. I'm Alicia Rich. Thank you.
Woo! I love that. I love you. Check her out on Instagram. She's been posting some really fun videos. I like the deep thoughts or deep. It was something else. It wasn't exactly that. Check it out. It's hilarious. Everyone, we've got lots of hearts and unicorn farts coming up pretty soon. So that's exciting. I don't know if you remember the one time when her shirt came off during her set. You never know what's going to happen here at the Backline, that's for sure. Especially with all of these headliners in the house. Holy shit. Damn it. All right. He's been here 69 times. He's from Norfolk. He has a podcast. He says it'll be funny next time. Please put your hands together for Tyler Weisler. Tyler James.
Oh man, yeah, Tyler Weisler, Tyler James. Yeah, I forgot to change it. I normally do. Came a little later than usual, but that's okay. I still maybe got some jokes you guys will laugh at. So keeping with the theme of talking about food, I'm really looking forward to when COVID's over because I want to go back to buffet style eating because nothing will tell you more about a person than the way they load up a buffet plate. I'm pretty what's the word? I have no qualms about mixing my meats with my ice cream or my mac and cheese with my sprinkles or whatever. I want people to know that I'm going to appreciate everything on the buffet, so I'm going to just put everything on the plate. And it sometimes pisses off my wife. It's like, they give you you can get a different plate, you can have more than one plate, and I never quite understood that. It's like, well, those people are working on food. The last thing they need to be worried about are my dishes. Okay. So I'm doing them a favor so they can give me more food and worry less about the dishes. But I don't know. I'm just looking forward to that. Thinking a lot of things about my childhood lately. I'm coaching my son's competitive youth baseball team, and so far it's not going well. Why is it that when you try to do a motivational speech like Emilio Estevez and Mighty Ducks, or like pull off like a Kurt Russell speech to a bunch of 10-year-old kids that goes in one ear and out the other, you feel like you're going to be coaching them to a state championship, and you realize that you're probably going to be coaching them in participation trophies. So it's been really tough. We got beat pretty bad this last weekend, and rounded the team up after the game was over. I said there's a lot we can learn from this, and one of the kids says, "What can we learn from getting beaten 17-2?" And I said, the thing you can learn about being beaten 17-2 is that I forgot. And I was completely silent the entire time. I didn't know. It's like, you hit more baseballs, I guess. Don't commit as many errors. Pay attention. Listen to me when I'm coaching. I mean, I'm giving you guys the blueprint, and you guys can. I could beat these guys 17-2. But anyway, that's my time.
Tyler Weisler, he's a dad thinking so deep about his childhood. Be careful when you do that. Whoa. Trauma, anyone? Trauma? No?
Yeah.
Okay. Alex Portillo from Camarillo is on deck. But first, such a delight from Cincinnati. Oh, hi. Oh. Sorry, that's how she wrote it. Please put your hands together for all hearts and unicorn parts.
My daddy said I had to keep my clothes on. I'm not a good listener. Well, I wanted to shoot you guys off with something that really happened to me, for real, scared the shit out of me. The other night, I spend most of my nights alone. I have family, but they're asleep by about 10 o'clock. So about 3 a.m, I go to take my meds, my psych meds, and also my my one-a-day, those fat bitches that are like pink dicks. You know what I'm talking about? They're big pills. Well, you ever heard of the saying, that's a hard pill to swallow? Yeah, fuck yeah. When it goes in and goes like this, I started choking. And the first thought I had in my head was, fuck, this isn't Dick, Virginia. You can't just pull it out. You can't just pull it out. And I got really scared, and I started thinking, I had thoughts, and it was so weird. I thought of the days that I sucked dick when the Navy in San Diego and all the sailors, like pleasurable times, because I was scared I was going to fucking die. So I have a feeling like, in your last minutes of dying, that pleasurable things come into mind. And then the last thought I had was when I was a little girl and I was 7, and my mom said, Virginia, come get dressed. We're going to go to the Four Seasons. We're going to have a good meal. Well, that was when I had my first steak, and I took a big bite, and it was so good and juicy. And I choked on it right in front of my mom, and she looked right at me, and she was like, go ahead, choke. You so pretty. And I remember what I did was I grabbed the table and I slammed myself like I did on that last video. I mean, this is so weird. And I slammed myself like that, right? And shit came out. It was my 1 a day pink bitch, my 3 fucking lithiums, and I was unstable the whole fucking day. My husband was like, I like snapped at him in a weird way, and he was like, what's up with you? And I was like, I choked on my pills and I didn't take my lithium. I'm all fucked up. 1 fucking day. So, you know, have people around, take 1 pill at a time. If it's too big, get it fucking cut. And no, Virginia, pills are not dicks. I'm alive. I'm alive. Fuck. I don't want to die from choking. I don't want to die from choking on dick, on pills, nothing. Steak? No. Fuck. I think I might have to puree my shit. Sip it. Shotgun rum.
Oh, time.
All right, guys. Thanks for listening. I'm glad to be here. I am.
Keep it going for Virginia. Woo, woo! We love your silly. We love your goofy, your laugh, your joy. You're crazy. I love it. I love it. Oh, she didn't even say Facebook kicked her off. She did, you know, the face whip, the face swap app.
Reface.
And then, so she posted herself with a man's body and it had boobs. So she got like 4 days like blocked on Facebook. Not even her body.
It was the Hawaiian singer that died.
Oh. Anyhow, Annalisa, you were on deck. Our next comedian, yes, it is true. He is from Camarillo. Yes, it is true. It really does rhyme with his last name. It's such a weird coincidence. Please put your hands together for Alex Portillo.
Hey everybody, I'm Alex Portillo and I live in Camarillo. It rhymes. Okay, we already established that. Oh, wow. Yeah. So let's talk about Camarillo. Why don't we? Right? Camarillo is exciting. Let me tell you how exciting it is. I totally fit in here because Camarillo is full of silent generation and Gen Z. I'm a millennial, so neither of those. So anyway, let's talk about the Gen Z, the future of Camarillo. Why don't we? So I read in the Camarillo Acorn, which is the local newspaper. It's called the Acorn. You want to find out all the things Camarillo, read the Acorn. It's free, by the way, if you want to get it. So anyway, there was a 16-year-old boy. He posed as a 23-year-old real estate investor. Okay, which is weird because when I was 23, I looked like I was 16, so I don't know how he pulled it off, but bravo to him. So he posed as a real estate investor. Somehow he got like all this like documentation saying, you know, look, I have all this money, you know, and he starts like looking at mansions in Camarillo because we have quite a few of them in Camarillo. It's that kind of a place. The hills north of Camarillo, there's a lot of mansions. So somehow he got into a mansion, and they let him look at the house, the property by himself. So he steals $40,000 worth of jewelry. That's like the big scandal in Camarillo these days. Yeah, I didn't have to put any punchlines. It's the whole line is a punchline. Well, I'm 20 years older, and with a real big boy job, and you don't know how many hoops I have to jump through just to look at a condo. Okay, and somehow this like 16-year-old pulls off that he's 23, and I don't know. Anyway, you know, and so I'm like, look, I have proof of funds. Look, can I look at your condo? And they're like, well, I don't know. But then they see like a 16-year-old boy. Oh, you're an investor? Wow. Okay. Look at the mansion yourself. What could go wrong? The other controversy that's going on in Camarillo these days is Black Lives Matter. The city council, like 2 council members are like, hey, let's adopt this as a resolution. City council last summer was like, no. And what happened was it sparked outrage in Camarillo, and there were tens and tens of people taking to the streets, going up Carmen Drive from the 101 overpass all the way to City Hall, protesting it. And now they're also recalling those 2 city council members. So yeah, a lot of drama in Camarillo. All right, back to you, Brooke.
Umbrella Sportio, you just heard it first. Just you don't even have to get the free acorn. You got a little nugget of truth from him, from the horse's mouth himself, Alex.
That's a type of horse too.
I hope
That's a
your
breed
big
of
boy job
horse.
gets you one of those mansions in the hills. If not your big boy job, maybe your comedy. All right, we got Kim Nash on deck. He assures me that he is awake, he is alert, he is ready to make jokes. But first, from Omaha, Nebraska, been here at least 69 times. Hell to the yeah. Nowhere in real life. That is true. Everyone, please put your hands together for Annalisa Wright.
Thank you so much, Brooke. Alex, your bangs are amazing. If I could have bangs that look like that, I would have bangs. Like, you have no idea. They're pretty great. So, anybody here have a mom who's like super nosy and super judgy? Yeah, that's my mom. Sadly, she's like also super conservative, so she like exists in the 1950s still. So when I got to be dating age, she was like all in my business, like, you should date that boy. No, that boy, that one's cute. So I told her nothing because she would be, super judgy. Except I had a problem. Like, I had guy friends. So every time she'd see like a guy friend, she'd be like, oh, you're dating him, right? And be like, no, mom, like, you can have just friends. So she didn't believe me. So she thought I was dating all these guys, but I was just like hanging out with my friends. Anyway, I was like, I'm really smart. Like, I'm going to solve this problem. So I just told her that all the dudes were gay. Because it sounds plausible. Like, every dude I know is gay. Of course, she didn't believe me. So that didn't work. So I was like, okay, I've got to come up with a better solution so she doesn't ask about my dating life. I told her I was a lesbian. Yeah. Except that didn't work because she didn't understand. It was like, Mom, lesbians have girlfriends. And she was like, oh, that means you have friends who are girls. I'm like, yeah, sort of. But anyway, that was a loss. She still bugs me about my dating life to this day. So recently, I watched a sexual harassment training video for work. And guess what? All the harassers on there were dudes. I'm like, come on. Like, women can't sexually harass? I'm not quick. Am I not quick enough to grab a dude's balls? Like, I don't think balls move that fast, by the way. I don't. Am I not strong enough to smack a dude's ass? No, actually, my arm just doesn't work. Anyway, am I not creepy enough to get naked and like be like, I love you in front of a coworker's house? Yeah, no, I can do all that shit. Come on, guys. Like, I know how. Anyway, that's it for me. Thank you, guys. Back to you, Brett.
Annalisa, everyone, from Omaha, Nebraska, where the male comedians are publicly online shouting out that females aren't funny and they should shut up. It's just so cool.
And that they should get funny. That they should get funny.
Yeah, that we're not working hard and we're not talented.
We're not. We do none of that.
We
do none of that. And apparently we're not good at anything. Not even sexually harassing. I mean,
right.
We've got to get up on that skill to move up the comedy ladder.
Yeah, if we got really good at harassing them, that's a good trick. We should try that.
I totally think so.
We could get t-shirts made and we could be like, I don't know. I'll think about it. I'll figure something out. Not really from earlier on the mic. This is just Omaha.
Omaha.
Scene drama. But at the same time, it's not. Because it's happening in Phoenix. It's happening in lots and lots and lots of places. So, like we said earlier, women are going to be standing up for themselves. We all are. But I mean, we've been getting along. We've been talking. We've been getting strong this last year together. So we're standing up, and that's fine. It's just showing their true colors is all. That was a
Yeah.
really good set. And your mom, like, I think it's like their grandparents, right? Were like programmed like to get a husband. Like that's the goal. Like you have to have a husband, otherwise you can't
Yeah.
live your life. And so they think that that's our goal for life. But it's like we need to be a complete whole person before we need to be.
Yeah, no, except that's dudes our age in comedy.
Yeah, just tune in for Brooke and Annalise's podcast. It will be coming soon. We will be diving deep into all of these issues. But first, we have Catherine Shea on deck, our next comedian. He's from England and also Australia, and also he's fantastic. Yep. Everyone, please put your hands together for Kim Nash.
Fuck yes, I am back. Yes, unlike what the British newspapers say, I am not dead, I'm back. What happened was I took time to recharge, which I highly recommend. I highly recommend that. But unlike Prince Philip, I'm recharging and coming back to life. Yep, gotta get that out of the way. Oh, don't give me that fucking reaction. It's like, literally, the last week has been, oh, did you hear Prince Philip died? Yeah, about fucking time. Now, okay, let me get this straight, okay? Every British person only wants one member of the royal family to die. And who's that, I hear you ask? The fucking Queen. Now, this is why. Because when she dies, everyone gets sent home from work early. Doesn't affect me, I don't work. Secondly, you get a bank holiday. Also known as another day to have a mental breakdown. So easy come, easy go. A bit like Freddie Mercury when he's having time to himself. Yes, I know what you're thinking. This guy looks like the sort of guy that masturbates to Queen. Yeah, I know what else you're also thinking. This is the same joke he's been telling for the last 3 months. Yep, same joke. Never changing. Tyler's giving me the best reactions right now. Like, Tyler's like my moderator. He'll tell me if I'm going over the line. Like right now, Tyler's like, no, you're in the line. Just don't fuck it up. Okay? Just don't fuck yourself over. Did you know that me and Tyler recorded a podcast episode and I've still not fucking converted it from Zoom yet? And we recorded it about a month ago. Call that fucking dedication. So obviously lockdown has started easing a lot more in the UK. Cool, no clap or cheer for that. We're gonna fuck it up anyway because we always fucking do. We fuck everything up. Look at World War II. Who won that? No one. No one won that shit. So recently, before lockdown got eased, my wonderful mother got severely drunk, and I don't know if you've ever had this. Has anyone ever had their mum call them at 3 o'clock in the morning to tell them that you were conceived on a pig farm?
No.
I wish this wasn't a true story, but it is. My mum rang me up at 3 o'clock in the morning going, hey, I got fucked on a pig farm to make you. And it's like, cool. Was it enjoyable? Nah, the pig was better. I was on about my dad. Anyway, thank you very much.
Yes. First of all, I'm so glad that you're alive. You're the coolest kid I know. But like, this is why like young people shouldn't have children, right? Like everyone wants to have sex, right? They think like they're 22, they have to lose their virginity already and stuff. But like, I don't think so. I think we need to be like, okay, like have stable jobs. I don't know. She really called you at 3 o'clock in the morning.
Yep. And the funny thing is as well, when she...
How old were you when she did that?
I was actually just typing that to you. She was, what am I, 19. So she was around about 16 when she became pregnant with me. She was in fucking college.
Wow.
Whoa.
All right. So me and Pete will do a podcast part 2. We'll dive deeper into some of that stuff.
Oh hell yeah, I'm down for that.
2 more comedians and then we'll have lightning round. Michael Harrison, you were on deck. Next comedian from Boulder, Colorado. Please put your hands together for Catherine Shea.
Thank you, Brooke. I loved what Aaliyah was saying about celebrity lists. Rob Pattinson is on my list now, that he's finally old enough for me to have feelings for him without it being creepy. I want a new boyfriend. Some people are looking for George Clooney. Some women are looking for George Clooney. I want Bernie Sanders. My whole life, I've been waiting to date an old man, someone who has to go out for soup and talk about World War II. Men and women have different ways of talking about what they want in a relationship. A man will say, "Do you want to have sex?" We know the man wants to have sex. Women take a more roundabout approach. I don't know how I'm going to get to the airport tomorrow. It's a roundabout way to say, I really want to have sex, but I want to make you think that you're working for it. At my age, men and women have different expectations in a relationship. One man told me he was shopping around for someone with a good health insurance plan. I'm just looking for a ride to the airport. Sometimes I feel like I'm a 30-year-old man. One man says he wants someone to take care of him. We immediately break up, and I ask him, "You cool if I go out with your friend Hank?" You know, because that's what 30-year-old men say when they break up with you. They want to go out with your friend. Our democracy is in a crisis. Our democracy is like a decades-old marriage. Joe Biden thinks that he's here to save it. In this country, we stick together in good times and in bad, for richer or poorer, in sickness and in sickness. There's a lot of hate in politics, but politics is no reason to hate each other. We should save hate for things that matter, like genocide and famine, and Rachel from Friends. Joe Biden has advice for all of us. Democrats, when you see a Republican neighbor, don't yell, "Die, Satan." Try, "Hi, Carla." Americans have weird politics because we cherry pick facts to support our political beliefs. Of course, my neighbor Carla is Satan. She supports fracking, tax cuts, and she lives at 666 Elm Street.
Oh.
Using random facts lets us believe the best in ourselves and the worst in others. Carla told me she knows I'm a socialist because I drive an electric car, eat kale, and I have a back tattoo of Bernie Sanders. But I don't have a Bernie tattoo because he's a socialist. It's because Bernie likes soup. You all are awesome. Thank you, Brooke. I'm Catherine Shea.
Yeah.
We all want to know though, what kind of soup? Is it a clam chowder? Is it a lobster bisque? Is it like the traditional chicken and noodle? Everyone put it in the chat. Let's find out. I want to know what your soups are. Let's find out. Let's bond over some of these weird facts. Then we know these things. You know, we're closer. Thank you for that. One more comedian and then we have a lightning round. He is from I don't know, but he says he's gonna do some jokes. So I sure hope he's funny. Please put your hands together for Michael Harrison.
Holy shit, I would have been funny too now. That was an incredible way to be set up. I just finished doing a gig out here in Myrtle Beach. Southern comics are so much nicer and happier on stage than us New York comics. It's hilarious. Yeah, I think the sun definitely affects it. I don't know if maybe the smog or grind, but like every time I wake up, I want to punch a wall. And I'm like now here and I'm like, I don't need to feel that way. That's very nice. What is it? When I guess we're going to talk about relationships. I'll quickly say that I am very attracted to mousy girls, shy girls. Some people call them socially awkward. I met one girl I remember who was so socially awkward, I was smitten. You know, I kept flirting with her. Turns out she's not even socially awkward. She just hated me. And it's funny because I remember the first time ever doing a comedy show. I remember I did my set and I met a girl, and later that night she kissed me, and that was my very first kiss. Was on my very first comedy show. And I remember I was like, this is the best. I got to do this job forever. You know what I mean? Like, thank God that I didn't get my first kiss when I worked at McDonald's.
Oh God.
Right? I would probably own 3 of them by now. You know, I'd be that guy. It's like, what? I keep making good apple pies. Why has no girl kissed me yet? You know? I used to have a pit bull when I was young, and I loved it. It's funny because people always hated pit bulls. You know what sort of sucks about having a pit bull is everyone in your neighborhood is scared of it, and it also, that you don't know, has the ability to climb fences. That's something no one tells you about pit bulls, right? It can leave your backyard on a whim, you know? Because they used to have neighbors. They would always bitch about it. They'd be like, oh, I don't like pit bulls. They bite. And I'm like, they actually don't bite the most. Chihuahuas bite more than any other dog. Just, you know, no one's going to report that. You know, you're not gonna call the cops like, quick, it's nipping my kneecaps. Please. I'm nervous if it does this 1,700 more times, I might go down. Who knows, right? Just get here before next Thursday. I could die.
Hi, Chihuahua.
Thank you. I hope that was a positive response to that piece.
I have them.
Sorry?
I have them. I love it.
Oh, you have them. All right, good. Oh, no, I offended one audience member. The killer chihuahuas. That was, I guess, my crowd work portion of this 3-minute set. Please feel free to check out my sketch I put in the chat room. Thank you so much for having me. Cheers.
Michael Harrison, thank goodness. Wow, thank goodness.
You've seen me before. I don't suck.
That's fun. You proved to all of us something that we really did know, that size does actually matter.
There we go.
Yeah.
How dirty. I'm going to get you canceled.
What?
How dare you get all sexual on your mic? I feel very offended, and I don't think you should do that.
I guess
later.
I'll go into my 1-minute vulva.
Jeez, these Omaha girls really need to watch themselves. That's all I'm saying.
All right, we're going to do a lightning round. And you'll get spotlight, you'll get 1 minute, and that is your 1 minute's time. You know, I don't know how I'll do it. You know, I might go from the top to the bottom. I might go from the top to the middle to the bottom. I might like go from anywho, I'm just gonna randomly spotlight people. But first, I think he's threatening me getting canceled, so I want to tell some jokes.
Yeah.
All right, so I have big clit energy, apparently. I don't know. I guess.
You have Chihuahua energy for sure.
I want to play with the idea. Like, I feel like there's a button there. There's like a button. If I find it, I'll probably like explode, if you will. But I can't. Oh, I stutter. I can't. I can't I can't talk about it enough, because it's like it needs more attention. And I think guys sometimes think, and maybe girls, I just, you never know if they just like are if they're just blackout drunk, or if they actually really want to make out with you, you know? So it's hard to know with girls, but they think that you're just a hole, and we're not. Like, there's a whole thing. There's a lot more. You know that game Operation? Like, you want to hit all the buttons. Like, zzz, zzz, zzz. Yeah. All right, that was my time. I'm going to spotlight somebody. Lightning round. Could be you. It could be you, but it's you.
Okay. So I wasn't ready for that. Was not ready. Just like my first time. Was not ready. But my gosh. So while Brooke was talking, I was thinking about different ways to scare men, because I'm really pissed off at men right now.
Yeah.
One of the best ways to scare men is actually just to know your shit and say it. Like, you don't even have to do anything other than like say facts. That is scary to men. Another thing is, if a dude sends you a dick pic and you're just like, I'm not having it, you're like, what you do is this. You're like, you just say this. Mine's bigger. Want to see? Freaks them the fuck out because they have no idea.
Oh, that was your time. I was just
anyways, that was my time.
Lightning round, Brooke. Focus. Ira's not here. It's just me. There we go. And Natalie.
So there's been some tension in the household lately between me and my wife. Mainly sexual tension. We've been trying to plan times that we can be sexually active with each other that don't coincide with children's attention. It's very hard. A lot of it has to be planned around like Little Einstein episodes or bouts of video game play. But we decided that the best way to entertain both children is to give them each a ball of string and let them play with it, and it's very effective actually. So we got a session in yesterday, and that ball of string's a lifesaver.
Yeah.
Okay. Hi. So I have a fun fruit fact. My fun fruit fact is that did you guys know that plums are real? That's a crazy thing. I learned at the ripe age of 16 years old. I lived 16 whole years not knowing that plums were real. And I have a good case for it. I'm not a complete idiot. I just thought that they were a Christmas myth. I'd only ever heard them in the context of sugar plums dancing in people's heads and never in the context of it's food that I'm going to eat today. So that was like a crazy day at lunch sophomore year when my friend had a weird looking apple that turned out to be a plum. I thought she just didn't respect herself enough to get like good produce. So
You ever get so broke they have to go window shopping at the grocery store and you come upon a jar of ragu spaghetti sauce and you think to yourself, someday I'm going to get me some of that? Or you ever buy the cheap cheese? The kind that's so cheap that it melts at room temperature.
Oh.
Then doesn't melt in the microwave. Or you ever have an Italian night, which is spaghetti sauce on top of a ramen, and you call it a treat? Taste buds are basically broken at that point. I'm hilarious.
For my Eagle Scout service project, I built a shed for the town and they put a plaque on it that says AJ Capuccio, Eagle Scout 2006, and it's still there today. You can see it and say, wow, what a nerd.
Wow, what a nerd.
Yes. My gas tank was running low, but I knew I could make it to the next town. I will not be gaslighted. I was wearing a t-shirt that said Muppets Band and had animal on it, and a woman asked me if they were a real band, and I said yes. They shared a stage with Trampled by Turtle Fur and Henson and Sons and the Puppeteers. Carnivorous plants are reverse vegans. Woo!
Click, click, boom.
Yeah.
I've been asked why all hearts and unicorn farts. Because you know what? Sometimes those farts come from a great place. Sometimes those farts come from a shitty place. So I don't know how it's going to taste, but I'm going to give it to you with love. All hearts, But I wanted to share some love with you guys because I'm addicted to someone. I want to be loved by you and you and nobody else but you. I want to be kissed by you and you. Boo, 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 boo. I wish lots of love for you guys. And I wish it for yourself. I'm just making shit up because I'm fucking high, but boobity boop. Vroom, Betty! Go, Betty Boop! Vroom!
Yeah, that sort of sucks because I want to find out what happened with those toys. But all right, let's do this. One of my past jobs, I worked at Staples. And I worked in the furniture department. And I remember one day the vacuum cleaner broke. Right, vacuum cleaner broke, couldn't be used. The boss actually walked in and he made me mop the carpet. Yeah, mop the carpet. You know how stupid you look when you're mopping a carpet? Right, your value as a human being plummets. Right, like there are people walking by me who needed my help, but they're afraid to ask because they thought an insane man found a uniform. Right, like it was so bad. I have to help people, right? There was a guy who was looking at an office chair. So I went up to him. I was like, man, I could help you put this together if you buy it. And he's like, dude, you don't even know how to clean the floor. Right? Don't overexert yourself. Just learn that and then talk to me later. Thank you.
Boom, motherfuckers. Right, let's go. Okay, so what happened before my break? Before my break, I got to self-crucify myself. Yes. Don't cheer that. Like, if anyone didn't see Reckless Comedy's Last Days of Christ, let me explain to you what I looked like at the end of the show. I looked like my 15-year-old sister had her time of the month on my face. Okay? I realize a lot of people in this room are going, sexual health register. And the other half are like, someone get him on the child protection register. Like, it's like, you know, self-crucifixion is fun. But yeah, you know, it's fine. But like I was saying earlier, I'm going to do this in 10 seconds. So like I was saying, my mum got fucked on a pig farm at the age of 16. We'll jump to that fact later. I was scared of the dentist as a kid. He was a paedophile. How many fillings did he give me? Cool, I'm just going to stand here. No one else.
Oh, is that it? Is that the whole minute?
I can go again.
Okay, back to me. Let's talk more about where I live. So there's this town not too far from Camarillo, about a 40-minute drive because traffic. It's called Ojai. And I visit this town and I'm like, oh my gosh, this town is like Brook if Brook turned into a town. Because the minute I roll into town, what does the gas station say for price of gas? $3.69 a gallon. There's all these yoga studios and crystal shops and juice bars and marijuana dispensaries, and there's organic farms all over the town. So yeah, I think I recommend Brooke visit Ojai just because the gas always stays at $3.69. I went in February and then I went back last weekend. How does it stay that? It goes up everywhere else in California, but in Ojai, always $3.69.
Oh, hi. Woo! Give it up for your comedians tonight. Hell to the yeah. We had comedians from Santa Clara and Los Angeles and Philly and Chicago and Maine and Chicago and Phoenix and Portland and Central Valley and Rochester. And it was a lot of fun. Thank you so much for tuning in. We'll see you again next week.